Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brett Keane from God TV Radio. Make sure you check out my gaming channel, Games You Love. And when you get an opportunity, check out my Sack of Shit brother's YouTube channel. And it makes me literally sick to my fucking stomach to watch my brother's YouTube channel and check out his bullshit. Listening to him almost every single time has made my asshole quiver. I have almost felt like taking a dump. Luckily, like Deadpool says, I'm wearing brown pants, so I'm good to go. When you get a chance, follow me on Facebook and Twitter for all the exclusive bullshit. I don't know, I got bored today, and I gotta be honest with you, I literally shit my pants. And what I find funny is that I like that. I'm that type of person. I didn't think much of it. I didn't think anything of it, actually. I'm that sack of shit. I'm that sack and a failed man. I do not like the bullshit that's been going on with America. I do not like us being in debt. I'm the type of guy who'd flop back and forth and say one thing just to appease a crowd. I do not like the bullshit that's been going on with Games You Love. I didn't think was a successful gaming channel. I think Games You Love was a sack of shit. God TV Radio was a failed channel. Don't hate the player. Hate the fucking Games You Love. Peace.
You are about to experience the Drunken Peasants podcast, the greatest podcast in human history. Please recognize that this podcast is designed to be amusing and entertaining, and thus we engage in satirical comments, exaggerations, and even dirty jokes. If you are offended by such things, please go away and die. If you enjoy this podcast, we ask that you help to support its existence by contributing to our Patreon at patreon.com/DP. Contributors get regular access to monthly private shows, special commentaries, Google Hangouts with the peasants, and more. If you don't want to do that, you can also support the show by visiting audibletrial.com/Drunken Peasants to get a free audiobook and access to over 150,000 audiobook titles, including great selections on science and skepticism. And if you shop on Amazon.com, we strongly urge you to use one of the Amazon affiliate links in the description section of our videos. You can help support the show simply by using our link to buy things you were going to buy anyway. Now that we've got all that shit out of the way, sit back and enjoy the show.
From the frigid armpit of America, this is the Drunken Peasants Podcast with Ben and TJ, bringing you opinions of the news from an altered perspective.
Fuck it! Hey man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
What the fuck you talking about, atheist? It's okay.
You're nothing, TJ. You're garbage.
I just want to be liked.
You're garbage.
And now, here are your hosts, Ben and TJ.
We'll do it live. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the
Fucking
Drunken
thing
Peasants
sucks.
Podcast, episode 202. We have the RPGMinx who will be on in a few minutes here. How's it going, TJ?
It's going great, Ben.
So much enthusiasm. I love that.
And Scotty's not here. Yeah. You ate Scotty.
I think your mic is off.
Your mic is off, Paul.
Yeah.
Turn your fucking mic on, you fat tub.
I can't do everything for you, Paul. Can't do everything for you.
Paul has eaten Scotty. We were at a restaurant. They both reached for the same mozzarella stick. One thing led to another. Paul's little swallow reflex kicked in and it just slurped Scotty up like a fucking spaghetti noodle.
Yep. It was so quick, too. Like, it just happened.
I was sad for a second, but then I'm like, eh.
But at least I, get a big boy chair now. So.
Yeah, now I think it might have been Paul's plan the whole time.
Nah.
Infiltrate the peasants, eat Scotty, steal his chair.
It is a nice chair, too.
Yeah.
I have the same one.
Yeah, it's a wonderful chair.
Yeah.
It's probably going to break under your fucking fat ass.
It probably will. It probably, especially with the added weight of that Scotty meal I just had.
It's true.
I mean,
He's not exactly a small person, you know?
Guys, don't hate the player, hate the games you love.
Scotty was like, what, like 6'1"? Something like that?
Something like that.
He was. Yes, he was.
That's a lot. I mean, eating a grown man, that's a lot. It's a lot of food, man.
Yeah, he's going to be reduced to about maybe a 10, 11-inch coil at the bottom of my toilet tomorrow. So.
How many calories is Scotty, do you think?
I don't know.
I think it's well in excess of my 3,000 daily limit.
Yeah, I think you broke that, dude.
But, I mean, whatever. He was going for the fucking cheese stick. So,
Scotty, I told Scotty to reach for that fucking cheese stick.
You like your Scotty with deep fried cheese.
I do.
And you know what? We got some new shit.
We do.
We have a new shirt that we're unveiling right fucking now.
I'm so excited about this. I haven't seen it yet, but
it's so new.
I've heard it's glorious.
The greatest shirt in Drunken Peasants history.
Yes, we now have the mem shirt.
Oh Jesus! Oh fuck me!
You know those popular things on the internet, memes.
Yeah, those memes.
Yeah,
those memes that you get on 9gag. Have you seen those 9gag memes though?
We're forcing this mem.
It comes in a variety of colors. Comes in women styles.
Comes in woman color.
Mem.
And there's also a higher quality version for 22. All the other ones are 15.
Which I will be getting because it's always worth doing that.
It is.
If you think you're gonna wear it a lot, get the higher quality version. Mem.
And of course, we have all the old favorites. Actually,
it's raining.
I was getting requests to relaunch the Ban Ben shirt.
And there it is.
Yep, there it is.
The Ban Ben shirt is back.
And TJ is garbage. Both of them.
TJ is garbage shirt is back. The original Drunken Peasants shirt is back. The Dynor shirt still going strong.
The hoodie.
And the Drunken Peasants hoodie is back.
Nice.
So lots of stuff to buy at the Drunken Peasants t-shirt store.
The hoodie relaunched on its own. So enough people ordered it to have it automatically relaunched.
Sweet.
And I'm getting a lot of pictures of Dynor shirts. So pretty soon we'll do a slideshow on an up-and-coming show.
So we can actually see the faces of the people that bought it.
Thousands.
The ugly faces of Jim Ass fans. The vacant, dead eyes.
I like Dynor.
I like a Dino. I actually bought a shirt, so
did I. Actually, I have two of them. I have the white one and the black one.
Now I've got to get a mem too.
A mem.
Make sure you get your hands on one of those mems. They're very dank.
Yeah,
they're gonna go real quick. The memes.
I was gonna make a meme about that.
Aren't memes? Memes are the big thing right now, right? On the internet.
The kids love memes.
They do. I saw that troll face meme the other day. Have you guys seen that one yet?
Yeah, that's a good meme. It's a good meme.
Sweeping the interweb by storm.
I like that meme.
Yeah, me too. It's a great meme.
All right, we're gonna bring Minx on the show.
Nice.
Ask her what she thinks of memes.
Of memes. Oh my god.
Maybe we can give her a memogram.
A memogram. That is a good one.
What do you think of memes? Memes. Mem. What do you think of memes?
Memes are the dankest things on the internet.
Oh, that's so true.
Yeah.
Minx knows what's up.
We all love the memes here on the Drunken Peasants.
I'm buying myself a mem shirt right now.
Good.
Sweet.
You're a pretty big YouTuber. You can afford to buy more than one. You need to buy like 6.
I'll buy 50. 50. Business expense, done.
50, do it. Actually, don't even bother with that. Just send us the money directly. Anyway, you're our guest. What's been going on, RPG?
Not much. Just been watching you guys just as the show started, and got a puppy recently, which has been shitting all over my house and pissing everywhere, which has been great.
That's a terrible idea.
It's very cute, but it likes to eat worms and then vomit them up again.
At least
dogs for you.
At least it's not eating its own shit.
Is it?
No, it eats other animal shit though. Like it's a shit connoisseur. Actually, it's like as soon as you're out, beeline for the nearest pile of shit that's come from another animal, downs it, throws it back up again, then eats that afterwards. Perfect.
Yeah.
Dogs love cat shit. That's their favorite kind of shit.
It's full of protein. It's full of protein. Yeah.
My little dog
candy to
Yoshi
them, man.
she'd eat shit directly from her brother's ass, like soft. I'd catch her doing it, like soft serve, just
yeah.
licking it up, man.
Soft serve ice cream. You taking a shit? Let me just get back there. And,
let me get on some of that. Are you gonna eat all that?
fresh from the tap.
Disgusting animals.
Play-Doh Fun Factory.
The fact that dogs can do some of that kind of shit and we still like them is proof of how charming those motherfuckers are.
For
Yeah.
sure. For sure.
They go out and eat their own shit, then come back in and you let them lick your face.
Give daddy kisses. Why does my lips taste weird?
Have you still been watching wrestling, Minx?
Yeah, as always, I really enjoy my wrestling. I've been watching. I don't really watch Raw, but I watch the pay-per-views and
Yeah, that's me
NXT
too.
like off and on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna go to Fastlane.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. You'll probably see us in the background.
Yeah, I'm gonna storm the ring and
I've seen you a
kick
few
Brock
times,
Lesnar's fucking ass.
Yeah. yeah, we're gonna be on the floor, so you'll probably see us there. It'll look like TJ's sitting or like standing next to me, but he's actually sitting.
I just tried to imagine the devastating punch that Brock Lesnar would deliver to you if you tried to run into the ring.
Try it.
Oh my God, he would knock your face in.
Brock Lesnar ain't nothing but a bitch.
Have you seen that, man?
Oh my God, yes.
See him try one of them suplexes on me. I'll reverse that shit on him.
I've seen him suplex the Big Show before.
Yeah.
So if he can do it to him, he could do it to you.
It's not about
easily.
weight, Ben. It's about technique. I got the technique. I got technique beyond anything Lesnar can fathom.
What's that? Screaming?
No.
He's not used to people screaming.
That's true. Maybe I'll just like bite his face off.
You wouldn't get close enough to bite his face.
I think I would, because he would fucking grab me like he's gonna suplex me, and then just as he's doing it, I'll just turn my head around and bite his nose off. Yeah.
I don't think you'd get close enough to suplex him.
TJ would just give him a hurricanrana.
You'd get about that close,
and then
right there.
TJ would
I'll
deliver
just give him an axe handle off the top rope.
No. You deliver a red arrow.
Oh yeah,
on him.
I could do that. But I'll add a couple more flips to it because I'm tired of that pussy way that Neville does it. What a queer.
I like his elf ears. He has very strange, pointed
People with ears like that look like chimps to me. Cena looks like a damn chimp when he does.
He does.
WTF, dude.
He sucks.
He looks like a fucking albino chimp. Trying to bust a nut or something.
We were watching that time that what's his name kicked Cena's ass. Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
And
That wasn't as much of a squash as I remembered. But
it was still
was a
bad
squash,
though. It was a total fucking.
Was it the
squash.
first?
Last year, right? I think.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
The one before that was a squash. They had two matches, and the first one was like a total squash.
Yeah, the SummerSlam one was a squash, and then they did a rematch at Night of Champions that was more even.
Right.
I remind people that Cena's amazing constantly.
I'm so glad the chat is closed, so I can't hear them bitch about us talking about wrestling.
I remind people he's amazing at everything he does.
Right, and he loves sick kids too. And if you don't like them, then you hate sick kids by proxy. Just want to remind
I
you of
actually
that.
do hate sick kids just in general. I don't need to worry about the by proxy association.
Yeah, man, you go around some sick kids, you might get sick yourself.
Cena really is the douchebag Hulkster, isn't he?
He is.
He's into all the same sick kid things and the whole like live clean thing. He doesn't cuss really. He's kind of upstanding gentleman.
Which is hilarious because Hulk behind the scenes was not living clean at all.
Oh no. But he also wears like wrist warmers. Like who fucking
those are
does
so
that?
He's a walking merch stand is what he is.
Oh.
It's like the
You almost
kids,
expect to come out with a fucking like a pushing one of those carts like with the shirts and shit on it, and like actually stop
Get
it in
your
the crowd.
souvenirs.
$15 a shirt.
That's what he should do on his entrance. Instead of running to the ring, he should pick up some extra cash by pushing a cart with all of his stuff on
Yeah,
it.
just his merch.
Yeah.
Just slinging his merch up and down the aisles. Yeah.
Shit tons of miniature fucking towels that no one ever needs for any circumstance whatsoever.
Yeah, I don't understand, like, what is the significance of holding up a fucking dish rag? Like, yeah, I got a dish rag. Like, what? Is there some ether on it you're going to use to make your opponent get knocked out? Or
That would be a good plan.
I think it's an example of, like, you can assign value. Like, once you reach a certain level of popularity in a group, you can assign value to pretty much anything.
You could just hold up a fucking spatula, like, dun, 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 look
at this
spatula.
point, like, Cena literally could. Those kids that chant "Let's go Cena" the whole time he's wrestling, like, he could just take a shit in a bucket and sell them that.
You always
They'd
see
buy
him in
it.
the front row, the kids dressed up exactly like he is, neon green or like neon pink, like shitty attire. You know what I mean?
I always
Cheering him
thought
on,
it'd be great.
crying when he gets his ass kicked.
Yeah, man. I always thought it'd be great if they fucking did this, like, a thing where they had Cena, like some kayfabe shit where Cena's, like, visiting a Make-A-Wish kid, and then, like, Bray Wyatt comes in and fucking, like, slams Cena to the ground in front of the Make-A-Wish kid, and then, like, pulls the Make-A-Wish kid's plug and shit.
That would be pretty badass.
See, during the Attitude Era, they would have done that shit.
Yeah.
Or just get like a fake sick kid and have Bray Wyatt like choke slam the sick kid.
They had an angle years ago where Kane's girlfriend died, and Kane was feuding with Triple H, and Triple H wore a Kane mask and had sex with a corpse in a coffin.
They want you to forget that stuff.
Yeah.
They want you to forget Undertaker killing Big Boss Man live on television.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I think Big Boss Man went to Big Show's dad's funeral and, like, hooked a chain to the casket into his car and, like, pulled it down the road.
Yeah, like, we need rivalries like that again, you know?
So chases the casket down the street and then jumps on it, and then he's dragged down the road by the car, holding onto the casket as he cries. This is for his dad as he's dragged along.
Yep.
It's great.
Wrestling was better back then.
The best one ever was Brian Pillman and Stone Cold were feuding, and Stone Cold came to Brian Pillman's house and broke in, and Brian Pillman pulled a gun on him, and then it just, like, went to, like, static as soon as that happened, and that was awesome.
It was a smart move business-wise for WWE to clean its act up, clearly.
Well, they became a publicly traded company.
Right. And then all the little muling turds, you know, can now go to the show. Moms don't think it's fucking out of control.
Linda McMahon was trying to get into politics, too, so that was another part of it.
Yeah, because you could definitely see the voters of some state wanting that cunt to be in charge.
That's why she lost.
Of course she lost. She's horrible. She's worse than Hillary Clinton.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree. Wow. And that's a strong statement coming from you.
It is. Fuck Linda McMahon. Actually, I pity anyone who does have to fuck Linda McMahon.
I don't know if Vince does.
No.
I bet Vince does.
No, Vince is gay.
No, Vince is laying pipe nightly.
That's her beard.
No.
That's his beard.
I reckon he makes it like wear full like inflatable muscle suits.
HBK is Vince's version of.
It's true. There are rumors about that.
HBK did like a lap dance for Vince on the fucking on a pay-per-view one.
Yeah, he got up on the announce table and, like, rubbed his butt in his face and stuff like that.
And Vince is kind of like,
yeah, Vince is like, ha 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 ha. It was when Vince was an announcer.
Isn't Shawn Michaels like a born again Christian though now, like a really devout born again Christian? Like,
yes,
I'm pretty
that's
sure
why Vince is so cranky lately.
Pat, what's his face? I can't remember his name.
Pat Patterson.
Recently. Oh, what the fuck? The Mile High Club. He was on that, like talking about how he was born again and moved away from the sin of wrestling for a while.
That's when you fuck on an airplane.
Yeah. There's no way, by the way, that goes down on any normal-sized plane.
No.
I had to take a shit on the way from L.A. to here, and I was barely able to sit on the toilet.
Yeah, I've been there.
Now, granted, I am a fat fuck, but like...
Yeah, but even two normal-sized people would still have trouble fucking in that bathroom.
Somebody half my size would have trouble fucking somebody half my size in that bathroom.
All right, we're going to do troll or not a troll. All right, this troll or not a troll is actually directed towards us.
It's a troll, by the way.
Okay, here it is.
Hey guys, what is up? Tormental here. I didn't want to have to make this video. I want to make that clear from the start that I'm not really into drama.
No.
I'm not much on the back and forth that YouTube knuckleheads get into. I'm just not somebody who makes drama videos. I really am very much against producing drama-fueled content on YouTube, cluttering up, because there are lots of interesting videos on YouTube. There's a lot of stuff you can do. You can learn.
Oh my God! Before I get to the subject of this drama video, let me just explain how I never make drama videos.
I know, seriously. Like, you have to qualify
several times.
To qualify it with 6 paragraphs worth of fucking expository bullshit. Like, if clearly you do want to make drama videos, otherwise you wouldn't be making drama videos.
Remember, this is troll or not a troll.
It's a troll.
How to play guitar. You can learn other things. I'm not really sure. I don't really use YouTube that much, but I don't like to create drama in any regard, especially not on YouTube. So I just want to say, starting out, I didn't want to make this video. I feel like my hand was forced by the Drunken Peasants in one of their recent videos, and again, if my hand wasn't forced, I would not have to produce this. But what can you do? There's not much. There's really.
All right, so I think pretty much everyone is saying troll, right?
No, actually, at this point, I'm going the other way. I'm just going an incredibly boring person.
Yeah, when he makes videos like this quite a lot, and they're usually very long, like hours sometimes. Actually,
this is a 7-minute video. Where he, I'll just tell it to you so we don't have to watch the whole thing. 7-minute video where he says a few stupid things. Like he at first he's like, they've got 100. No, he's like, oh wait, they got 100,000 subscribers. That's pretty good actually. And then like almost the whole video he's saying shit about how he doesn't want to have to make this video for like 7 minutes. And then at the end he's like, actually I can't remember the thing that pissed me off, so I guess I'm gonna have to make part 2 of this video after I remember what they said that pissed me off.
That's a troll.
That's gotta be a troll.
Yeah, he's playing on a...
Yeah.
Thought so.
Without doubt.
Alright.
Told you so. It's always a fucking troll, man.
No, you said that you were leaning towards it being someone who's very boring.
Well, having you explain the last 7 minutes of the video, it's clearly a troll.
I know.
Surely a troll.
Surely a troll.
Surely it's not a very good troll, though. It's boring, because like a good troll should keep you watching, and guessing.
Yeah, you should feel indignant and angry the whole time you're watching.
He needs to brush up on his trolling for sure.
The troll is weak.
All right, here's a new segment. Apparently, in this video, Jeb Bush is doing a rally, and I think he has to tell the crowd to clap for him.
Wow, sad.
So let's see.
Please clap for me.
I will be a commander-in-chief that will have the back of the military. I won't trash talk. I won't be a divider-in-chief or an agitator-in-chief. I won't be out there blowhard, talking a big game without backing it up. I think the next president needs to be a lot quieter, but send a signal that we're prepared to act in the national security interests of this country to get back in the business of creating a more peaceful world. Please clap.
Oh, Jesus Christ. How sad, man.
What?
Like, when even Bush supporters are not, like, buying the old fucking toe-the-line bullshit that he's like, oh, yeah, I'm going to be different. I'm a different kind of politician. My daddy was this way. My brother was this way. But I'm a different Bush. People don't get the fucking clap routine.
It's like, please clap, everybody.
Yeah. Please clap. Oh, Jesus.
It's like if you go out on stage and tell a bomb joke, and you're like, please laugh. And people are like, oh, ha, 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 ha. Funny.
What a fucking...
He doesn't stand a fucking chance at all.
Nah, there's no way.
He should have dropped out. He's the fact that he's still even trying to be in this is like ludicrous. At least you can give him persistence, I guess.
I don't know, maybe he's prepaid for a lot of this bullshit through a certain month, and he's just like, well, we'll just ride it out and hope for a miracle.
He's just like, I just like traveling around.
Next video is...
I just like meeting folks.
Next video is a scientific study about resting bitch face.
Nice.
Apparently.
Do you know someone with a bitchy face?
There is a video on YouTube. It was on what they called bitchy resting face.
I've got bitchy resting face.
It was a bunch of women that were accused of having disorder that affects all these women. So it was done as a humorous thing, but we actually took the video and images from that and then ran celebrities through. And what we see is that people that have this RBF expression, you see about double the amount of emotionality expressed, so almost 6%, and most of that is made up in a jump in the level of contempt. The celebrities that we ran through first were Kristen Stewart, Anna Kendrick, and Kanye West. The ones that are quote-unquote known.
Wow.
Yeah.
To have it did all psych in our software. What we found was that particularly
Simon Cowell, contempt.
Celebrities and people who are known to have this look on their face are showing an underlying level of contempt that you don't see in people who don't have this face.
I wish I had a fucking... My resting face just looks like fucking dull and vacant.
I'd like to think mine does, but I've heard that it looks more concerned than anything. Like, this is my kind of like...
Yeah, you do look concerned.
Yeah.
Here's mine.
What's wrong, Paul?
Nothing. I'm fine. Like, I get that all the time, though. Like, are you all right? I'll be sitting there high, just like ruminating on some fucking stupid thing that's going through my head, and I'm like... And people will walk me by like, dude... Are you cool? Are you, like, pissed? Are you... No, I'm fine.
You want a burrito, Paul?
Yes.
Okay. Paul's just hungry, folks. Scotty didn't quite fill him up.
Next one is Judge...
But yeah, I'm serious. I'm glad we had science for that shit.
Yeah.
Who funds this shit? Like, people actually put money into these pointless fucking studies that don't matter at all. They're just fucking... literal piles of feces that are just irrelevant. I mean, they're okay to laugh at, I guess, so I suppose that's something, but who the fuck cares?
Well, I'm telling you, this type of shit may seem completely frivolous to people like us, but for, like, security companies who are working on facial recognition technology and being able to, like, assess a threat from a distance, this type of shit is real relevant to them. If they can shoot you, if they can, point a camera at you and tell whether you're fucking lying... or hiding something, then it changes the whole game, right?
It's gonna be a great future where everyone can just look at your face and read everything about you.
Sentenced to death because you've got too many eyebrows.
Maybe burkas will become the fashion.
You look like a douche. We think you're guilty. The computer says you're an asshole and you're full of contempt.
Where'd that vape go?
It's in Paul's hands. I don't know. No,
all right.
It's not. It's over there. Paul stole it, dude.
All right, next one is Judge confronts racist, in quotations, ex-cop over beating.
One of those damn...
With his hands extended out of his driver's window, he was grabbed out, thrown to the ground, and struck 16 times in the head.
Well, I mean...
Okay, so... Yeah, that looked reasonable to me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He was definitely resisting.
Yeah.
You see the way his hand was, like, touching the cop? Pretty sure he deserved it.
All right, so...
Judge Vonda Evans. Didn't hold back.
I would have thought this. What crime did I commit? Being a black man in a Cadillac, stopped for a minor traffic offense.
That sounds serious to me.
By a group of racist police officers looking to do a
Damn.
After hearing the defendant and his fellow officers joke about his injuries as they were wiping blood off their uniforms with disinfectant.
I just realized I really like the way black people say blood. Blood. Not that that's appropriate observation. Whatever, I don't give a shit.
You are a racist, TJ.
The officers, as they came in the courtroom, must have realized it's a black judge. We are just so fucked right now. Like, we are just... I'd love to have just seen the expression as the realization dawned on them.
Yeah.
How does this happen?
To Mr. Dent and his family, I am truly sorry.
13 months
to 10 years.
That's
something tells me he's serving way closer to that 13 months.
I don't know if he. I don't really know if someone should serve 10 years for punching someone in the face.
I think a public servant should.
Maybe.
I think a cop that has sworn an oath and gone through training
10 years
to be
is just
a public
long
servant.
goddamn time. You know?
If you fucking cross the line and beat the shit out of somebody because you're a racist prick, I think you're held to a higher standard than fucking Joe Schmo down the street.
Yeah.
Because the power that we give you implies a greater responsibility.
I actually do agree with that logic, but I still think 10 years is pretty stiff. But you're right. He's going to.
You said cops that kill people should get the death penalty.
Yeah, I believe in the death penalty for them only. But I do agree that he should have a more severe penalty than someone who's just, a normal average citizen. But 10 years is pretty crazy. But he'll probably serve closer to the 13-month mark anyway.
All right.
I can't even remember what the fuck I was doing 10 years ago, for fuck's sake.
Marijuana.
Yeah.
Marijuana affects the memory. All right. Bill Cosby sexual assault case allowed to move forward. The Jello pudding.
Well, Cosby was investigated.
Hey, Minx, were you ever raped by Cosby?
Yeah, twice actually.
Twice. So he really liked it.
The
I can't remember much. I was only like one at the time, so.
The guys broke my heart earlier when they told me, Minx, that you like the fuzzy stuff.
Oh.
I had a pretty
drug that I don't understand. I was like, oh.
I had a pretty creepy neckbeard crush on you, after the first show.
Oh, thank you very much. I encourage creepy neckbeard. They're my bread and butter. Give me views.
We like the same type of plumbing. It just wouldn't work, But hats off to you anyway, madam.
Paul, we can take you to a Mexican surgeon and get you a pussy. You might have a chance.
And his lawyers asserted
What?
that there was
Nothing,
a
buddy.
verbal promise made to him that he would never be prosecuted in this Pennsylvania county. What the judge said, and I
don't think you can make that promise to somebody.
Is he said, look, if
You know what? It's really sad, but I can't help but smile every time I see Cosby's face. Even his concerned, like, I'm about to be tried for my life face. I just look at it because I've seen him use that face in so many little comic bits and stuff growing up that it just makes me kind of smile to see him look so grievously concerned. It's kind of, I guess, a sad
That's his
byproduct.
I drop my pudding pop face.
It is. It really is. Uh-oh. You know what I mean? And he's trying to wear that same kind of emotion on his face, but it... Yeah.
As they promise not to prosecute, it has to be in writing. You can't rely on an oral promise all these years later. So the case will not be thrown out on this ground, and it looks like it's going to proceed to trial.
He's wearing one of his classic Cosby sweaters.
I know.
His eyes are so crazy looking.
He's an old man.
Well, he's got cataracts, doesn't he, or something? I know he's had some kind of vision problem.
Yeah, man.
Poor Cosby. Even if he is a rapist, poor Cosby, man.
Poor Cosby. Hashtag poor Cosby.
Next one, grand jury indicts Planned Parenthood accusers.
Neat.
This is slightly older, about a week and a half or so.
Oh, well.
Well, we're thrilled, but not surprised, of course, that the grand jury has found that Planned Parenthood did nothing wrong. As you know, I came on your show day one and said the only people guilty of criminal wrongdoing here are the people behind these fraudulent videos. And yes, today we're vindicated.
The interesting developments, Dawn, is what David Daleiden, the man behind the...
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Why aren't we indicting the fucking news organizations that ran with this story?
By the findings of this grand jury.
Like it was fucking the Gospel of Thomas.
Because they just...
What was the story originally?
Planned Parenthood...
I know what Planned Parenthood is, but,
Yeah.
They were selling... they were saying that Planned Parenthood was selling baby parts.
Here's what was admitted to. Planned Parenthood does sell fetal tissue, okay, for scientific purposes. That is not the same as a black market for baby parts. They were describing like lungs and hearts being in jars, and no, like it's fetal tissue. It's part of the fetus. It's for stem cell research.
It's just people who have a problem with the fact that they do abortions trying to throw shit at them.
Exactly.
Usual, right?
But the problem is that this dork made this fucking video and claims all this shit. And never shows any proof of it, and the news organizations, Fox News in particular, being the first one, just ran with it like it was like
What about that?
Jesus had descended
Carly
out of the sky.
Fiorina and shit. She was on the stage at the one of the first Republican debates, saying like, "I've seen the video of the fetus on the table still breathing. They were like, keep it alive so we can harvest its brain."
Yeah.
Video exists, but she claims she saw it, and whenever she's been confronted about it since, people are like, that video does not exist. She's like, of course it does.
So, I mean,
don't tell me what I haven't seen.
I don't mean to sound ungrateful that there's an indictment here, but I kind of think there needs to be a few more if we really want to get to the bottom of the wrongdoing here.
How much of a major political issue is abortion in the U.S.?
It's pretty big.
Yeah, it's pretty big, but it is perfectly legal here. From what I understand, in the UK, it's not as legal there as it is here.
I don't actually know. I mean, I would say that it isn't. I think we probably have less of you can only carry it for a certain number of months. I think we may have it as a lower limit, as it were, but it is legal in general here. You know what I mean? I would say that it's not a very often discussed issue as well in the grand scheme of things. I guess coming from a country where religion really doesn't have much weight in politics, and when you see the religious protesters, they really are the crazy fringes of politics. You know what I mean? Then it's quite confusing to me to see the U.S. where religion plays such a major part in the political spectrum. You know what I mean? It's here it really doesn't have much of an impact whatsoever.
Yeah, we're crazy.
I will say, in general, I feel like abortion is not, this may seem weird given the topic of this video, but I feel like abortion is not a huge fucking issue this year. This election cycle, it really isn't getting crammed down our throats as often, as much as it has in the past.
There it is by country.
It seems to be more about Mexicans this year. Race seems to be a bigger topic this year than it was even last year.
The blue countries are legal on request.
Yeah, you have to have a reason here for doing it. But I will say, I haven't had an abortion myself, but I mean, everyone that I've known that's wanted to have an abortion has easily got one by saying, it would be difficult for me to handle it financially or that sort of thing. You know what I mean? It's pretty easy to get permission to do so here. You know what I mean? It's not like
what if you just show up
something.
What if you show up and you're just like, I just want my fucking baby dead? Isn't that good enough?
You see,
you could say I'm feeling. I might be a bit depressed.
In a hypothetical world,
that's a good reason.
In a hypothetical world, I'd be a great parent. I just want you to take the life of this little person growing in my belly. I just want to see its last breath.
You can see Ireland right next to the UK, and it's orange.
A lot of people come from Ireland to the UK to get abortions.
Yeah.
It's actually quite a big thing.
Yeah, I don't know. It's really is an absurd thing to be still talking about this late, and the constant degradation of this society. But here we are. It's still a big thing. There's still people out there passing off spurious videos.
What if you had been aborted, Paul? Then you wouldn't be here saying all this shit.
That is true.
Checkmate.
There was probably some thoughts about me being an abortion. In fact, I know there were.
I'm still.
I was unplanned. Huh. I was not a wanted pregnancy, man.
I'm gonna stick a tube up your fucking back of your head and suck your brain out. Just like they do to those partial birth abortion fetuses.
Yeah. Well, make sure
vacuum out your fucking brain.
Well, make sure while you're doing that, you suck my fucking balls.
All right.
That goes without saying.
Here's a news story about these guys that were running a bunch of weed in Idaho.
Mm-hmm.
And they got so high and paranoid that they thought that the cops were onto them. And they ended up fucking calling the cops on themselves and being like, hey, just end this, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, this is great.
So here it is.
It's a 911 call just released from law enforcement and obtained by EastIdahoNews.com that will have you shaking your head.
Fucking
There's
Idaho.
2 guys traveling from Las Vegas up to Montana with over 20 pounds of marijuana in their car. And according to court documents, the 2 men were using some of that marijuana. Well, once they reached the Idaho border, they said they felt like they were being followed by cops. And they got up to Rexburg, they pulled off the freeway, they called 911, and, well, you just have to listen to the call.
Oh, my God.
Madison County 911. Hi, we're the 2 dumbasses that got caught trying
Oh, my God.
to bring some stuff through your border, and all your cops are just driving around us like a bunch of jack wagons. I just really would like you guys to end it. If you could help me out with that, we just like to get on with it.
You got caught doing what?
God. Okay. We kind of got pooched here, trying to bring some stuff across your Idaho border.
Okay.
And, yeah, a bunch of
Why does that one guy sound like Butthead?
Look at that. They're driving around in civilian cars. So this really was just like super fucking pot paranoia. Like, they were just like, that old lady right there is in a wig, man. She's in a fucking wig. Just call him. Just tell him to stop it. Can you imagine like the level of fucking high paranoia that would have to be?
I can.
Oh, no, not me. I've never gotten that bad. I've
never gotten that bad.
About to call the
but
cops bad.
I've been around people that paranoid.
Didn't they have 20 pounds of weed?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot of weed to be driving around with.
It's a lot of weed to be calling the police on yourself for because you think that every fucking car that drives by going the other way, like, is that a cop? Looks like a fucking cop, dude. Oh, man, you can just tell it's a fucking cop. Look at how he's driving, man.
They said they had been driving from Las Vegas. That's a long drive from Las Vegas up to Idaho.
Hey, guys. I don't mean to be fucking, like, bringing the podcast down and shit, but this TheRPGMinx chick, I think she's, like, might be with an agency or something. I'm just saying, like, we do smoke pan. We do, under my breath. We do smoke a little pan. Yeah, we smoke a little pan.
There's nothing like pot.
Yeah, no, but we do
You
that.
guys should just hand yourself in right now.
Fuck.
Oh, my God. Fuck. Oh God! Please.
I told you guys.
It was all Paul. It was all Paul, man. He made me do
was like, "Oh, let's get the RPGMinx." I'm like, guys, we don't even know like who she works for.
It was all Paul. I didn't have nothing to do with this, man. I didn't. I told him it was a bad idea. I said I didn't want to do this fucking shit.
Here's my cell phone. Just call 911 and just tell them to fucking storm the place already, please.
Send in the SWAT team.
Pick us up. I don't know what's the deal. I was just wondering if you could help us out and just end it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, maybe call one of them. I don't know. It's getting cold out here, man. I just want to get warm and just get on with this whole thing.
I just want to go to jail, man.
Okay. Where are you at right now?
University Boulevard, right next to the gas station and Applebee's. But all your buddies are around us, so if you can help us out, it'd be great.
Okay. All right. Is it just you, or is there anybody else with you?
Me and my buddy.
How is this dispatcher not laughing at this
and then
shit?
we have a dog that we're
just training, man, probably.
Oh, okay.
He's
Yeah,
like,
she's
I'm
a
about
really
to
nice
call
dog.
her a
She's not
fucking
mean. She's
major
simple,
drug
so-
bust here.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay.
She's really close to the car. She can use some food too. So.
Okay. Yeah. And what was your name, man?
It's Leland.
Leland. Okay. All right. Hold on, just 1 second. Okay, stay on the phone with me.
All right. Thank you. Hey, nice guy. You know, me jump in the air and put my heels twice, or what?
Do you guys have any like guns or weapons or anything on you at all?
We don't have any of that sort with us. Just a bunch
Okay, cool.
of snacks and stuff.
Just a bunch of snacks and
stuff. Just some snags, man.
Oh my God, they're so stupid.
These guys, like, fuck Cheech and Chong and fucking, you know, the other fucking guys that went to White Castle and all that shit. These guys right here, this is the stoner duo that needs a movie made about them.
They're probably in jail now.
Yeah.
The dudes that called the cops on themselves.
Yeah.
They were so paranoid. They're
Because
like,
they
"Man,
were so paranoid, they were seeing unmarked police vehicles everywhere.
And they don't even. He doesn't even sound that paranoid. He's like, man, just like end it, man.
No, he really does. He sounds like they've been paranoid for about 6 days.
But now he's relieved.
But now they're just like, man, let's just fucking go sleep, man. I just want to sleep again. Give me that joint. You know, like they're just so fucking high that they never came out of the paranoia phase of stoned because they have 200 pounds of weed in the trunk.
All right. No, I just want to make sure that they're just curious.
Yeah. We tried walking away from the car a couple of times, and that didn't work. We tried waving them down, it didn't work. So I don't know what's going on here.
Tried waving them down.
These idiots are on a street corner, like trying to wave down normal people.
People like
some soccer mom in a minivan. They're like, "Hey,
arrest us! Come on, end it! End the fucking charade, bitch!
Oh,
Come
shit.
on!
This is too rich, dude."
We lost Minx.
Oh no.
Just waiting.
Well, her job is done. She's already infiltrated us, and now she knows everything about us. So, you know, I expect the battering ram to come any second here.
Man, these guys.
I think she's back.
Hello.
Hello, Minxie.
Hello. Sorry, my internet dropped temporarily.
Okay, oh, hi, lassie. So right. Welcome back, you fire-haired devil, you. You English devil, you.
That's quite an impressive accent, you know. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
I impressed, are you? Sorry. Anyway.
All right.
I need to share screens again.
I do have one of my marked units. He's on his way over there, so he said he's on his way to meet you. So.
All right, thank you.
Holland Sward and Leland Ayala Daliente were charged with trafficking marijuana. Police say when they showed up here, both men had their hands behind their head. They told the cops they were surrendering, and the marijuana, which was inside of a dog kennel, was on the sidewalk ready for the police to take away. Both men pleaded guilty to their charges. When Ayala Daliente showed up in court to be sentenced, he tested positive for marijuana.
No
Reporting
shit.
in Rexburg, Idaho, I'm Nate Eaton, East Idaho News.
I am shocked.
I would
tested positive for marijuana.
I would hope that they were shown mercy, in like maybe not given that big of a sentence.
Fuck that.
It really
10
is.
years.
If that happened in a movie, you guys would be like, "Fuck that! That nobody's ever been that fucking high."
I know, right?
It's truth is stranger than fiction.
Yeah, I mean, like if you tried to write this scene in a movie, people are like, "This is the dumbest shit."
They'd
man.
be incredulous.
Weed isn't even like that, bro.
Yep.
These guys are fucking lunatics.
Can you guys just fucking end it?
Please just end it, man.
Oh, man.
Just end it.
I just want to sleep in a warm bed, man. I've been driving for 46 hours straight.
Let's see. All right. Here's some right-wing watch. Bilderberger. Yeah. Bilderberger's trying to stop Trump, just like someone stopped Martin Luther King.
Oh.
They're basically the same person, let's be honest.
They are. I mean, he's an advocate for civil liberties. To build a wall.
But Trump is better.
Donald Trump is a fraud. Report confirms the billionaire's presidential bid is long and calculated con job. But then you actually read what all these insiders said he was doing. This is what I was told by other insiders, that Trump is freaked out. He can't believe they're putting cancer viruses in the vaccines. He's
It's always something that absurd with Alex. He just the thing about Alex is he's kind of a convincing speaker, at least for me. Like, I like a lot of passion in my oratory, whatever the fuck. I don't know.
Oratory.
But this guy, he starts to win you over. He's like, okay, yeah. And then he's like, yeah, they get tired of hearing about the Martian men. They've been hiding under the desert for 20 years. They don't tell us about. You're like, what?
Yeah, I do like his speaking voice. I will admit that.
He's a good talker, Alex Jones.
Yeah. I think maybe that's why he has so many followers. Other than that, he's just insane.
It's the cult of personality.
against that. You know, he can't believe that we make one-sided deals to sell out our industry and shut down our coal power plants, but nobody else shuts theirs down. He can't believe it. So he was this maniac, son of German immigrants, out making tens of billions of dollars, having fun with me, Miss USA, and having all these hot Eastern European, wives and stuff. He's not perfect. But the fact that he'd reach out to me through Roger Stone ago, the fact that I go meet with other people, and they go, you didn't know Trump was a listener years ago? And then there's Trump on my show saying, I will not let you down. Let me tell you, again, I'm not bragging. But when I was only on air 2 years, but had the top ratings in Austin, I was contacted by high-level Democrats in Austin, like basically the head of the Democratic Party in Austin.
Sure.
And they said, we want you to come to meetings. You're going to meet Bill Clinton. He's coming to town next month. Blah, blah, blah. Don't talk bad about him anymore. We're going to really set you up in politics. And then when I talk bad about Bill Clinton again, because I was playing C-SPAN clips of Chinese generals in the White House and these junkets on C-SPAN, okay.
Wow, the Illuminati is trying to shut down Alex Jones.
This is bullshit,
you
dude.
See this? All the fucking lag that he's having in his stream? That's the Illuma fucking naughty, guys.
Yeah,
I mean, he must have like an amazing infrastructure to constantly survive the attacks he is allegedly under all the fucking time to censor him and stuff. Yet he somehow still manages to get loads of money from all his followers and loads of attention. He even gets on TV occasionally as well. You know what I mean? Like, they obviously he's just too talented. He just, you know.
You honestly don't understand, though, Meg. So we as Americans are constantly under attack from a fucking completely insane, sociopathic, megalomaniacal government that's putting arsenic in the water. It's putting the fucking well-known autism virus in innocuous little packages that they call immunization.
It's turning fish gay, too.
Turning the frogs fucking gay.
I mean, autism virus does sound like a legit threat. I do notice a high level of it in the YouTube comment section sometimes. So
the autism virus is called the internet.
Oh my God! Yes.
Now you're going to pay. Now you're going to get it. And a few weeks later, 5 guys in the parking lot physically attacked me saying, shut your mouth about Bill Clinton. They got me fired off local radio. You name it. So it's not just like Donald Trump reached his hand down to me and I said, oh my gosh, somebody reached their hand down from on top. I didn't even watch the X-Files tonight, even though I'm the basis of a lot of the new stuff. Because it's kind of like, you know what? I don't need to be that. Culture is going to follow what we do, not the other way.
Actually, that is a pretty intelligent plan for the X-Files to follow. Like, what if Alex Jones is right? Let's just base everything around that premise.
There are just hours of him ranting and raving and just giving everybody gold. Why wouldn't somebody stoop down into the stream and pick it up?
Mulder looks down at the little swamp. He's like, Scully, all these frogs mating with each other are male. Something has turned the frogs gay. She'd be like, I don't know, Mulder. Crazy shit, man. Start fucking vivisecting the frogs, discovering all the fucking... What is it? What is the shit he says makes them gay? The frogs gay? It's like in the juice boxes.
Yeah. It's like the plastic lining in the juice boxes.
Yeah, that's making the kids all turn gay too.
We've got a weird one today. We've got a weird one today, Scully. We've got a weird one.
What is it?
This one's been on my radar for a while.
Yeah.
There's a small township in Michigan that is forcing people to go through death panels at the end of their lives.
Wow. That's dark.
Yeah.
Death panels.
Death panels.
And the FEMA death camps, too.
And the FEMA death camps are right outside of there, Scully, but you knew that.
They could put some Joshua Feuerstein shit in there, too.
They could.
They should run like a storyline where like Scully finds out that the autism virus is being pumped into Mulder's house and she's like rushing there to get to him and she kicks in the door, but it's too late. He's like, I don't know, signing up for like some other kin website as she goes in.
Yeah, dude. I feel it.
And she's like, no, why?
Or they can have like one where they're like, they discover like the government's using Walmart's as staging areas for its coming, implementation of martial law.
Order 221, reduce the global population by 3/4. Order 221, look it up. Infowars.com.
It's right there, black and white.
I think Gail should get on board with InfoWars. I think
they could make a fortune.
She'd fit right in.
They could sell like new khaki shields, you know what I mean? Like just like raincoats, but at least made of special material.
I heard earlier that the Jesuits are up to something even more nefarious than the new khaki.
I have a video that we're gonna watch.
Video evidence.
The tail. Not
the new
not
khaki
the
was nothing compared to what's going on now.
It was a big deal tonight when I read that article. Trump admits he's a fraud. You read the article, it's him in a meeting going, forget the governorship, folks. They're destroying the country. They're taking over. We need to get American jobs back and not let NAFTA and GATT screw us over. I'm going to fight back against this. And then this is what I was told 5 months ago, that no, Trump's awake. He knows what's going on. He is an egomaniac, but he actually wants to be the guy that saves America. That's why the Bilderberg group's so scared of him. That's why the whole elite is piling on against him. That's why they're doing everything they can to stop him. You think Trump's stupid, folks? If he gets elected and doesn't try to deliver now, he will be the lowest valued thing on earth. He will be the trash to be taken out. He's not going to do that. And that's why I think we're going to see an epic battle now. They're going to do anything they can to stop Donald Trump, folks.
I mean, they did in Iowa. They did stop him.
Did you?
He's a loser.
Did you see those tweets that Trump made? I don't know if this was legit, but I saw this going around Twitter earlier today, and it was like a tweet that he'd made a week or so ago, going, "No one remembers you if you come second." And then the next tweet was like him going, "Well, you know, I came second. That's pretty good." Like straight up.
Second place ain't bad. Changed my mind on that one.
That's just craziness.
Moving goalposts, man. They're wonderful.
All right.
I use all the time.
Here's a quicker Alex Jones clip. It's only 40 seconds long. It's him saying that they might assassinate Donald Trump.
Oh, here we go.
Trump will, I believe, ultimately win this election if, his health holds up and, God forbid, he stays safe. I'm worried about that.
I agree. I think they might kill him.
Yeah, it's scary.
He just floats it like a big old fart. I think they might kill him.
Who's they?
It's so ridiculous, this whole thing.
Tell me who they is, because if they end up killing him, I want to send him like a cheese basket or something.
A cheese basket?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
You know what's really funny is
Thanks for dealing with that, asshole.
He stopped doing it, but he used to be all about, like, it's the Bilderbergers, it's the Illuminati, like, it's the New World Order. He doesn't really talk that way anymore. He's gone like a little more specifically crazy.
The first time I ever heard of him was when he broke into the Bohemian Grove and filmed.
See, he doesn't talk about that type of shit anymore. At least not that I've heard recently.
I mean, bottom out. He was talking about Bilderberg in the last video.
The whole
was he?
Yeah, he was. The whole Bohemian Grove thing, it did get him name recognition because at least he did show that they're doing some kind of weird rituals there. But it's basically rich guys summer camp.
Yeah, I mean, like fraternities do weird rituals.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit? Lots of people do weird rituals.
Well, they would say that, like Yale and the Skull and Bones are like Illuminati and that kind of shit too.
Whatever.
Anyway, though, Theodore Shubat.
Great.
Yeah, he's awesome.
When you have a society that is so collectively adamant about this, then you have the sodomites who are coming out into the streets, and the Christians will come and beat them up. This happens a lot in Serbia, it happens in Poland, it happens in Georgia, not the state of Georgia, the country.
Yeah, and you see everyone trying to move there because it's so awesome.
Yeah, why does he move there if he's so
Yeah,
approving?
move to Serbia, dude. Move there.
Have fun.
Happens in Russia. The people who are beating up the sodomites don't really get punished because the society is
doing
so
God's work.
Conditioned that way. They may have laws that say you can't hit somebody because they're homosexual, or they may have no law that would support hitting a homosexual, but nonetheless, it's written in the hearts of the people, is what I'm trying to say. And so if it's written in the hearts of the people, so if there's a law written in the hearts of the people, then the people who are fighting this evil physically with their hands, fighting them, beating them up, those people are not going to get in trouble. We don't have that in America. And in America, oh, that's wrong, that's bad, that's not Christ-like. Whereas,
yeah,
that's
a shame. Crying fucking shame, man. It really, really sucks that people in America just aren't as into it.
I watched the show, obviously, like quite a bit. I watch it, you guys. And whenever this guy is like the few times he's been on, I can't help but think like out of everyone that like you have on the show and stuff, like this guy is one of just the
Oh, did we lose her?
oozing look at his mouth. It's just like it's like a fucking oozing infected, pustule-ridden, AIDS dripping cunt.
I can see that.
I think I don't know. I'm guessing he's closeted.
I just hate this fucking guy.
He talks about homosexuality so much, and he claims to hate it, but that he seems to think about it an awful lot
all the time.
Yeah.
People like this with this these single issue people that like their whole life is dedicated to talking about the fags.
Yeah.
It's just like, man, I can't even be interested in like a personal level with a person like in a person like.
Is this a good screenshot?
No.
Yeah.
No.
He's a little bit wider.
Well, maybe with the fingers.
In Eastern Europe and in other parts of the country, other parts of the world, it is Christ-like to fight against this evil. And I would 100% agree. Jesus Christ took up a whip and beat people up in his father's temple for prostituting it with merchandise and selling merchandise. Not only did he
Jesus
beat them up,
fucking killed all the fags, I think he got a crucifix and shoved it up their fucking assholes like, yeah, this will make it wider. You want more dick? And he just shoved it right up there. That's in the Bible. Fact.
Hey, whoa. I don't need to be jerking off during the show here. Stop with the erotic tales.
The erotic tales of Jesus.
The Erotic Adventures of Jesus by TheRPGMinx. Forward by TJ.
Wow, that needs to happen.
It will.
You get an animated YouTube channel of it. It'd be great.
The Erotic Adventures of Jesus Christ. Homosexual.
with the whip in his hand, making sure that none of these crooks entered his father's temple. Now imagine if Sodomites
I'd
were in
enter his father's temple.
Jesus would have killed them all. He wouldn't have just hit
I'd
them.
walk right up to that altar and sully it.
Jesus would have killed him, man.
Yeah, there's all those times in the Bible where Jesus talked about how he wanted to kill fags all the time.
Yeah, so much scriptural support for Jesus being that way.
But it's implied, guys. If you just read what's in the Bible, you'll read about a guy that literally, like, he never said he hated fags, but there's no way he didn't.
Come on, we know how Jesus felt about the fucking quiz.
This got violent.
All right.
Because look at what he did to the moneylenders. That's not like a critique on, like, rich men or anything. That or the camel being able to pass through the eye of the needle. You know what else is like a camel passing through the eye of a needle? A dick going into another man's ass.
Don't like that shit.
TJ's fist passed through the eye of a needle.
Oh, fuck you, Ben. Oh, it still smells, dude. Have you washed your fucking hand?
No. Why would I?
TJ doesn't wash things.
Oh. It smells like my ass on your hand.
All right, moving on.
I washed my balls once.
Whoa. If that were true, that would be so bad.
No, believe me, if I didn't wash, you couldn't even be in this room with me.
I know, if you didn't wash your balls.
Oh. Manatee.
Oh, the huge manatee.
Oh, the huge manatee. Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh.
All right, so we have a little bit of manatee content here.
We do, yeah, we should.
The first one is...
It's about you, Paul.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Is this the one I think it is?
You treacherous dog.
This is the one where he plays your voicemail.
No, Ben, I talked to you about not playing this one on the air.
Play it.
You
like,
did?
this just really makes me look bad, man.
Yeah, Brett's really got Paul's number on this shit, dude.
He really got my goat with
He
this.
plays, and remember when we were in L.A. and you mentioned you were in a call with Brett Keane and he said he wasn't recording it?
I cannot wait to hear these prank calls again, man.
Because he fucking recorded a conversation between you and him.
No, this is actually...
Did you know you were being recorded?
Well, here's a funny story about it before you play the video. This was right after we had the big blowout with Brett Keane on the show, whatever, the one where, the father like son, like that one. Like a day after that, he's hitting me up on Skype, like, I just want to talk to you, man, Paul Shago. And I told him over Skype before we even called, I was like, Brett, we're not going to be buddies. I don't like you. I will talk to you, but I'm just letting you know, like, if the opportunity comes for me to fuck on you, I'm gonna do it, because I don't really respect you much, but I'll talk to you. Well, okay, I'll take it, Paul. Say whatever you got to do. I just want to talk. So I talked to him, and I told him, like, what you're gonna hear right now is the very beginning of my Skype call from him, and he cuts it right when I'm about to say something like, Brett, I just want to get something out of the way here. Like, I know you're recording this shit, and I know you're going to use it in, like, an attack video against me. And I just want you to know that, like, I know that. and it's okay. Like, I'm okay with it. Like, I'm not going to say anything to you tonight that you could use against me, but I just wanted you to know I know. And he's like, oh, I'm not recording you now, Paul's ego. This is the first half of that conversation.
Yeah, and you said that you knew that we were going to hear this eventually.
Yes, I did. In L.A. You remember I told you this.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, I told these guys in L.A., hand to God, swear to God, these guys will back me up.
Yeah, I was
said
laughing
Brett
about
Keane
it.
is about to release this shit like it's going to come out. And here it is. And it's completely worthless.
I'm not recording this, Paul.
No, I wouldn't record you, Paul. I don't need to record nothing, Paul. So go just man to man.
All right, here we go.
All right, how about now?
Yep, I hear you.
Are we fixed? Excellent. I don't know whatever possessed me to get a fucking soundboard, like I know anything about audio engineering, but anyway, what's happening, Brett? What's the haps on the crabs? What's the situation tonight, my friend?
I'm just feeling like shit.
Is he sick or something, man?
No.
Emotionally like shit or physically like shit?
More emotional.
Got it. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I know that feeling. It sucks. What are you going to do? It's the human experience,
Offering
right?
solace to our most hated enemy.
I know.
Brett
right?
Keane.
He's on here. He's like, this is how Paul's ego talks to me in private. And this is how he talks to me on the Drunken Peasants. And they're really, like, if you listen to it, like, the only difference is that, like, he's actually there. So I'm talking to him about what's going on. Like, of course I'm not going to be like, yeah, I'm glad you're fucking depressed, Brett. Kill yourself, you fat fuck.
Maybe Mendham's right, Brett. Maybe we're all just fucking suffering puppets that should
We're all like suffering puppets.
Wow, Paul, you're being so emo.
Yeah,
I'm not really being emo. I was trying to get Brett to talk about something, like, interesting and real.
Yeah, man.
That's not going to happen.
Suffering puppets. Dog.
It's all just suffering.
We are suffering puppets.
stop breeding and end it all.
Rats caught in a maze, huh?
Yeah, there it is. Looking for the cheese, man. Looking for the cheese.
Like an old friend.
There is no cheese, is there, Brett?
See, I'm digging at him there.
Is there any cheese at the end of the fucking maze, Brett?
I don't know. One can hope and have faith, but
that's true.
You know,
got faith.
That is true. I don't believe that there's any cheese. I'll be honest with you, but I don't know that there's not any cheese.
It's true.
What the fuck is going on with this? Oh, my camera's on. Okay, well, fuck it.
It's just like innocuous, like
fucking face.
Boring. Paul's having to carry the conversation. Fucking
kind of doing like I used
just like his
to,
hangouts.
Yeah. No, this is exactly how I sound on his hangouts too.
Right.
And I immediately regret going into them, and I usually leave within like 20, 30 minutes.
He does 8-hour-long hangouts where he probably does like 10% of the talking.
It's absurd.
Sounds like a laugh-a-minute roller coaster ride of an experience.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, man. People are asking me about it and shit, and I'm like, there's actually a reason. I mean, I like the shades. Don't get me wrong; they're nice, but I'm fucking light sensitive. My monitors are turned all the way down, and my eyes will start watering after about like 10 or 15 minutes of staring at this shit.
What do I sound? I'm so high in this that I sound like Hank Hill or something. I'm like, I'll tell you what, my eyes will start watering after 10 or 15 minutes. I've got my monitors turned all the way down, but I'm still having to wear my shades indoors. Like, what am I doing? Like, maybe this is a ponage video. Like, what the fuck? Do I sound like that, like, off the air?
Oh, yeah, all the time. It's how you talk.
Oh!
It just helps.
Were you doing an impression just now, or?
Fuck it, I'm a sunglasses inside.
I like when he plays the voicemails because those are priceless.
Skip the voicemails. Skip this shit. Let's listen to these fucking voicemails. Brett did us a favor by
Here it comes.
So here's him, like he's implying that I am.
This is ICP, not Gacy.
Yes,
Someone made him look like ICP.
I'm John Wayne Gacy, though, which I guess if I was gonna be a serial killer, I'd probably want to be Gacy.
Even if you looked exactly like him, what the fuck does that even mean? It doesn't matter.
Ben, thanks,
he's
by
not
the way.
Gacy.
Even if you look like eerily exactly like this nasty fuck face clown.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter, really, because you're a good person underneath that fucking hideous mask.
This, like, child rapist murderer clown.
But generally, he was a good guy, though. You know, he was all right. You know.
Yeah, Gacy was all right. I mean, like 99% of the time, he wasn't raping any kids or murdering them.
Yeah, that only happened like 10 times.
Yeah, I
He
mean,
just buried him in his
how much of his
backyard.
life was that really? Come on,
It's
most of the
Paul
time he was
G.
all right.
I'm sitting here with most of the Drunken Peasants. We're in Los Angeles, and we're talking about you, and we thought we'd try and give you a phone call. I'm not going to leave a number for you to call back because I'm not retarded, but
thank you, ladies.
We may try and call you sometime in the future. So if you get another call mysteriously from somebody saying it's Paul Vega, it's actually me. So pick it up, you fucking manatee.
Okay, that's voicemail number 1.
I liked it when you did like an impersonation of him of what he would do once he heard it. Dorn!
Paul Zago's on the phone.
He's with the peasants.
He's got all the whole peasants with him. The peasants have assembled. Dorn, I need you to get my rag on a stick. I need to clean myself up for this.
Brett, yes, I am mad, bro. You got me.
That's right. Okay, so pause it. So here's what happened. So after that first voicemail, we didn't hear back from the manatee. And then the next day, okay, I can just say it because it doesn't matter. So when Beyond Fear came to America, she bought like a temporary SIM card for her phone that gives you a temporary number for like $50 or whatever. She just wanted to have a phone she could use to call people. So we used that phone to call him. So the next day, Beyond Fear calls me and she's like, "Oh, oi! Fucking Brett sent you a message." And so she shows me the email or the text that he sent, and it's just like, "You mad, bro?" And that was it. Like no attempt to call back.
Tight mem from Brett Keane there.
It's a mem.
It was a pretty dank mem.
He knows what's cool on the internet at this current time. It's why his channels are so successful.
Me,
Oh, yeah.
but now you're not answering. I told
Dozens
you,
and dozens of viewers.
Paul's ego. I'm actually sitting here with TJ, the amazing atheist situation. Like he's literally sitting here kicked back on the couch with me, and we're calling you, and you don't answer the phone. You will, however, use these messages that I've left you in a video. Probably already have them started from the earlier messages.
Yeah.
And this one will definitely get a featured video of its own. So.
Probably.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, he has no shame.
The last call is the best call. Man.
Yeah, we gotta play that one like uninterrupted through. Like,
yeah, that one is pretty glorious.
That's a masterpiece.
I don't know. Being there, I think might have been funnier.
I don't know. Let's just see how it holds up.
Sure.
I guess.
Enjoy that.
Was this when we were drunk?
Yes.
Okay.
This was the second night that we called him. And then we called him that third night, and I was like, "That's it, I'm done."
The third night was the best night, though. That was when you left the
I'm
masterpiece.
not going to call again because I don't want you to go, "Paul's ego's harassing me at all hours of the night." So if you want to talk, call this number, I guess. If you can text it, you can call it. So, yeah. Peace, I guess.
Okay.
This is Paul's ego.
Night 3.
Brett, you were terrible at answering your phone. Why do you put your phone number out for people to call you? I know you're up. You're nocturnal. You feed on algae at the bottom of the river at night.
Those gummy bears and those Sour Patch Kids, I'll tell you what.
Oh, man.
That's your thing. But you're not answering. You're playing phone tag with Paul's ego when you could be talking to Paul's ego. And the amazing atheist. TJ, just say a word or say nigger or something. I don't know. Jesus is a nigger. See? I told you he's here.
Okay, could you tell how wasted TJ was there?
Yes, I could tell how wasted I was there. I was like, Jesus is a nigger.
I like how the way to...
I sound like the fucking Dormouse from Alice in Wonderland.
I love that the way to authenticate that you're actually present is to have you drop an N-bomb.
Yeah, because that's the only way Brett knows me. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Brett, you are number one.
Scotty is here. I won't even make him talk because he never speaks. Beyond Fear is here. It's that Rey Mysterio looking asshole.
Who's
See?
that?
That Rey Mysterio looking asshole.
How do you know?
Yeah, we're coming for you, Ricky. No, we're not coming for you. We just want to talk to you on the phone.
Oh yeah, come for me, Brett King.
Oh, we were super, like, way super baked.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I got to hear this again.
No, we're trying to, anyway, the message is going to end eventually, so let me just run out fuck you. Let me run out the tape on your stupid fucking answering machine. You dumb cunt. Look, you said, I'm up now, Paul Regan, I'll be up tomorrow night for call me whenever. It's whenever, Brett. It's whenever. Now is whenever. And what am I talking to? I'm talking to Dorn's answering machine. We might even make up, Brett. I'm going to be honest with you. We might get together, like I have a meeting of the minds here and be like, shit, like one of those stupid fucking superhero movies where the villain's like, we're not so different, you and I.
I don't know, man.
I get it.
Like that might happen, but not on your machine.
Answer your
Put
phone,
down the
Brett.
mac and cheese, Brett. I know you're listening. Just do something good. One time. And follow through. Okay. I'm never going to call you again, by the way. So this is your last
That was a lie.
Well, no, your last chance has expired, actually. TJ can call you back if he wants, but Paul's ego. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
You missed that bus, Brett. But you know that feeling, don't you?
My favorite part.
You missed a lot of fucking buses in your life, Brett.
You miss a lot of.
I know that bus station. Hey, Brett.
And then it just cut off there. Yeah.
We're trying to call you. We're live on right now.
We don't need to hear this.
Yeah,
last one.
we did this one live here.
Yeah, this one actually happened here. So.
Right.
But there it is. So once again, like my credentials as a Brett Keane expert and a historian, there it is. You know,
I can see why you can
there
be going, Casey. I mean,
I talked to him for a long
those phone
time.
calls with what he did. So,
Yeah. I talked to him for a long time that first night, that first little snippet of the private conversation that I didn't know was being recorded. So I suspect more of this will come out over the next months.
it's pretty saving it up to like make more drama videos. Got to keep the drama going.
Yeah.
Get a few hundred views.
I know you're a lesbian and everything, but you would go straight for Brett Keane, right?
I mean, he is probably the best looking manatee I've seen, I guess.
Yeah.
I feel you.
All right. I have another Brett Keane one, but we can move on from him if you want.
Yeah, no more.
Yeah, I think that's enough, Brett, for the show.
All right. This one is political correctness. Oh, is political correctness ruining comedy?
Yes.
Is political correctness ruining comedy? Chances are, if you've spoken to an old white guy in the past few months, you've heard a phrase like this.
Political correctness is ruining comedy. What am I supposed to do when I point at something? Not laugh at it? Ridiculous.
So today, let's talk about political correctness. What is it?
Spot on.
Slashing away at our freedom of speech with a top-billed star and a terrible Friday the 13th knockoff. We'd call it Saturday the 30th, and it would take place in a European discotheque.
What?
Sorry, I'm
Sorry. Hold on. What?
Was that like an in-joke that like people who watch her know or something? What the fuck was that?
Yeah, what was that? What's the joke there?
And don't forget to eat your waffles.
What the fuck is going on?
Like what?
Political correctness is the act of choosing your words to avoid offending people. As you know, or could probably assume, the English language has a storied history of making up words to call people who aren't white guys. And for the people who those words were directed at, it really, really sucked to hear. Political correctness became a derogatory
You mean to tell me that derogatory words degrade people and make them feel bad? Crazy.
It's crazy how nobody ever made up a derogatory word for a man.
Yeah, it's weird, huh?
Dick, cocksucker, faggot,
None of those.
Douchebag, fuckboy. No, none of those words count. I mean, those are all part of patriarchy, though.
Yeah.
The reason that those exist isn't because, like, men and women have been making fun of each other since the dawn of fucking humanity.
Humanity.
Yeah, humanity. Oh, man.
It always comes back to Brett, doesn't it?
When old school stand-up comedians could say whatever they want and were essentially treated like rock stars for it. It was very in vogue to say racist, misogynistic, and, because it's the 80s, AIDS-phobic stuff, and you'd get the laugh.
All right.
AIDS-phobic?
AIDS-phobic. Racist, misogynistic, and AIDS-phobic.
AIDS-phobic.
That's cool.
Everybody
I
in the
heard that
80s
word
was AIDS phobic. I know it's hard for millennials like this girl to understand. Everybody in the 80s was AIDS phobic. Everybody.
Everybody was.
Even you, your little progressive flower that you are, would have been totally fucking afraid of AIDS in the 80s because literally nobody knew where it came from, how people got it at first.
It's almost like people were joking about it as like some sort of defense mechanism. Or because people do that to process things that are scary.
Yeah, I know that's... Stop with the patriarchal psychobabble.
Sorry, man.
You were, being naughty. My favorite example of this is Andrew Dice Clay, if only because I get to mention that he was the very first contestant fired on Season 2 of Celebrity Apprentice.
Mary, Mary, quite contrary, shade that pussy, it's so damn
Back then, everybody
hairy.
was doing it, but nowadays whipping that shit out at a party just seems kind of pathetic. Using politically incorrect language is an intentionally alienating practice. That reminds people hearing it that, at the end of the day, their humanity can be boiled down to a single, horrible epithet. And that really sucks, especially when it's such a preventable behavior. So we know what political correctness is, and we know when it became a slur itself. But the question remains, is it ruining comedy? What this argument really boils down to is your definition of free speech. Namely, that everyone has a right to it, even the people who don't agree with you. Comedy specifically thrives on...
Man. Man.
I just...
Holy shit, dude.
Where do you even start?
Okay, here's where I'm going to start.
Okay.
Comedy has to ring true to someone to be funny. Like, not every element of the joke has to ring true. Like, obviously, people understand that the jokes have exaggerations and devices in them and shit, but... like the message of the joke or the premise of the joke has to ring true. You know, so what you're trying to do when you're like, we got to police comedy, you're basically trying to control people's deepest sensibilities. Like, obviously, if you got a bunch of racist rednecks sitting around and they're telling like some black jokes or something, they're gonna be sitting there laughing at it because they're fucking racist. Chances are, you know, if I heard probably 95% of those jokes, I wouldn't be laughing at them. You know, unless one did ring true for whatever reason. But that's because I'm not racist. But if I was racist and I viewed that as like the truth of the world, then yeah, I'll laugh at it. But the thing is, you can't control people's mentalities or sensibilities or what they think is true or how they perceive the world. And I mean, like, it's supposed to be traditional liberalism anyway was supposed to hold that it took all sorts of different points of view. You know, it's good that we have different people who see the world in different ways, but basically all these PC fucking people, it's not about not offending with language, because anything you say can offend somebody. Someone can find a reason to take offense with any fucking statement that anyone makes. It's not about avoiding offense. What it really is about it's about taking your own sensibilities and saying that these are the only valid sensibilities.
Right. It's language control, and that's what it boils down to. That's what bothers me about this. It's what bothers me about the otherkin thing. It's what bothers me about the check your privilege and the know your pronouns and all of that bullshit. It's all about telling me the words that I have to say out of my mouth in order to be proper in this society you're trying to build. And if you ever want me to like not do something, tell me to do it. Look me right in the fucking eye and say, "Hey, Paul, instead of calling me cunt, call me Z, Zi, Zo, or Zum. You choose." I'll say, "Fuck you, cunt." Not trying to be edgy. I'm just saying, when it comes to my speech specifically, If you tell me what not to say, chances are I will say it. What is it?
I think that I think like most of us here are of a similar age and stuff, and I mean I definitely would call myself a liberal, and I have the mindset like I agree with a lot of liberal values or whatnot, if you know what I mean. But looking at like today's more like progressives like that have appeared on the internet in recent years, I find myself constantly and more frustrated by viewpoints like this. I think comedy, like TJ said, comedy is what you make of it. Like if I find something funny, it's fucking comedy, and I'm having a fucking laugh at it. If I want to use, I don't know, the word fag or something like that as something to illustrate comedy, and I find that amusing, as far as I'm concerned, that's fucking comedy, and I should be able to say that if I wish to. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean like I obviously don't hate like gay men because I use the word fag. I'm using it in a context where I would be, you know, I find it funny, and it's simple as fucking that. People should be able to say people should be able to speak their minds, and I'm really supportive of freedom of speech, even if I don't fucking agree with it. I might think that's one of the. Go on, sorry.
No, you go ahead.
I mean, like, I'm just saying, like, I might totally find a joke someone makes really, really not funny. Like, I'm like, that's like fucking a shit joke. It's fucking terrible. But then they totally have the right to say it, and that's what I think, in my opinion, kind of what part of being liberal is. But the new sort of wave of progressivism is like, no, people can't say that. You can't say this. You can't do that. You can't refer to someone by a certain pronoun. You have to ask them first, and all this kind of shit. Like, it's just. I find it bullshit, and I find it quite like you know, irritating. Basically,
You know, the great thing about comedy too is that, you know, if someone makes some pretentious fucking art film and you watch it and you don't get it, but all your friends are raving about it, you could easily be like, "Oh yeah, it was brilliant. I really liked the part, you know, where you know." It really, you know, you can bullshit your way through it. You can bullshit your way through liking or not. You can pretend to like things you don't like. You can pretend to not like things you do like. You could go through those motions. But with comedy, like, there's really no way to pretend that something doesn't amuse you if it does. You know, there's really no way, because that's just an involuntary reaction. Like, it doesn't matter if everyone thinks that fucking, you know, Carlos Mencia is a fucking total hack. If you're watching that shit and he's making you laugh, it doesn't even fucking matter. You can't sit there and be like, well, yeah, I don't think he's you know, you can't do it. Comedy cuts through bullshit. That's what comedy's supposed to do. It's supposed to cut through the bullshit. And unfortunately, for people like this PC fucking mongoloid nitwit, you know, they're full of shit. They're entirely comprised of bullshit. So of course they view comedy as this ultimate fucking threat against them. Because comedy is the one thing that just totally undermines them. It's the one thing that totally, you know, they can't compete with it because they're totally full of shit. And here's something that's known that you know, thrives on just cutting through bullshit completely and utterly.
Well, you realize that's the etymology of this whole trigger bullshit, right?
Yeah.
It's so that they want to get this as a mainstream idea that we should really watch our mouths about normal household items, right? Don't mention my trigger is bread knives, okay? I was cut by a bread knife when I was little. I never got over it, you know, and they want to establish this as a like a national consciousness, so that when we start making fun of them, when the tide turns and people start to make fun of them a lot, they can go, "Oh, you're triggering your language."
I feel it's like very much a bully tactic as well. Like you know, if people dare to go against like this progressive grain or whatever, then you know they can use that against you. Oh, look, this person said this, they're a bad person, like that sort of thing. And I feel that it's like increasingly on the internet. It's hard to find people on the internet who speak their mind. Like even in like what I do for a living, I play video games online for a living. You know what I mean? That's what I do. And even in that space, you'll get people who are scared to say. Scared to say a video game's bad, because then they'll be like, well, you think that video game's bad? One of those characters, I feel that they might, you know, they might be gay. Are you homophobic? Like, it literally works like that. It's like a fucking trickle down effect, and it's absolutely ridiculous, and it's infecting every sort of space of the internet like some vast plague, and one of the things that bugs me the most. And I guess the thing that even like that annoys me more than that is like I say, I'm a liberal. I firmly believe in a lot of liberal ideals, and I'm strongly against a lot of right-wing ideals. But I feel that this attitude, the progressive attitude, almost legitimizes a lot more radical elements of the right wing. It gives them a lot more fuel to, speak out themselves and stuff. And I think that's the real threat in progressiveness, is it gives fuel to the more extreme elements of the right wing that can actually be justified.
Oh yeah, and you go, sometimes to even find someone who has the balls to criticize this stuff, you have to go to publications whose politics you pretty much agree with on nothing else.
Yeah. I take issue, too, with this whole idea of the internet being different spaces. I look at the internet like I look at real life, right? It's filled with public and private spaces. Okay? If you want to be private on the internet and have your little fairy dragon fantasy where you pretend to be star children or fucking reincarnated saints or whatever the fuck your thing is, and have a private forum where you can circle jerk all fucking day long about that shit, you can do that. When you open a fucking account and put that shit out on a public forum, it's in the public space now, okay? So I can walk by and piss on it if I want. That's my purview. Keep it private, and nobody will give a fuck. None of the death threats that you're getting are going to be real.
Able to creatively express an opinion in a surprising or thoughtful way. Making a joke completely falls under your right to free speech, but the audience reacting to that joke falls under their right to free speech. And that doesn't mean heckling, I mean responding in a broader way, like writing a review online, or talking to you about it after the show, that kind of thing. Only assholes heckle, kids. Don't do it. The more
just
you
sense
know.
asshole.
For example, let's say I'm
about
doing
that.
a stand-up show and I'm doing a bit about pasta. I hate pasta.
Pasta. She's Canadian.
Pasta.
Canadian alert. Canadian alert.
She's either Canadian or like Midwestern.
No, I heard her say.
Also-
I heard her say like a
Pasta.
boot too.
Oh, did she?
Also,
Yeah.
if she really hates pasta, how did she get that fat?
I defer to Ben's greater Canadian sensibilities.
Yes, my Canadian.
Oh, man, Ben-
my Canuck sense is tingling.
Yeah.
Ben knows. Ben knows, dude. Ben can spot a Canadian at 100 yards.
I'm always impressed by your ability, Ben, actually. I've seen many episodes of this show, and you always seem to get it spot on.
Ben's like,
always
I
right.
detect something in this voice.
Yep. I've been around them quite a bit.
It's like we got a Canuck in our presence.
This is a fucking screenshot right here.
Pasta.
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 Mom's pasta. Knees weak, arms, mom's pasta.
Pasta.
There's pasta on my sweater already. Mom's pasta.
Your linguine. I don't want to eat it because to me it tastes like the Pillsbury Doughboy is
Can
rubberized
I
flesh.
just say, by the way, I hate people who censor their fucking. If you're gonna swear, just don't swear. What's the? It's
right.
Oh, it just drives me at the wall. It grinds my fucking gears. It's like, just if you're gonna censor yourself, why the fuck are you swearing in the first place?
Yeah, I mean, there used to be some fear about doing it because people used to get strikes because of it. I remember TJ did it in a few videos, but that was a long time ago.
Yeah, YouTube backed down from that family-friendly bullshit after a while.
Yeah, I actually used to back in 2006, whatever. I used to censor my swearing in videos because I was scared of getting strikes. That is true. So.
Yeah.
But not now. I mean, YouTube doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah. Just say cunt in the video title. But call this video Drunken Peasants episode 202 Dripping Cunt. You can call it Dripping Cunt criticizes comedy.
Sodden cunt.
Flour down my throat. That is me creatively expressing my very real opinion, which falls under my freedom of speech rights.
Oh,
now,
fuck you,
say
pasta.
you love linguine. You're Linguine's number one
Pasta.
fan, and let's face it, linguine has been the number 2 noodle on everybody's list ever since that asshole spaghetti booked that gig in Lady and the Tramp. You have the right to say to me,
Oh my
hey,
God, you're
just so
not
you know,
funny at
linguine
all.
is kind of the underdog here.
That's what happens to comedy when you take offensiveness out of it.
Right.
This is the future of comedy, TJ. This is what's going to happen when the SJWs take over the whole internet. This is the only comedy we're going to get, and you have to fucking laugh, otherwise you're fucking...
But would anyone on the planet have a gut laugh to that fucking joke?
Some people are offended by swearing, and she is swearing, even though she's censoring it. I don't know.
I'm offended by how bad the fucking jokes are. I find
whole
that
video offends me.
offensive.
I am fucking triggered by this video. I should have a warning just for being shit at the beginning.
Her presentation and editing style also offend me. The constant jump cuts are jarring as fuck.
Remember Lady and the Tramp, when's the last time you saw Linguini being portrayed fairly in a movie? Why you gotta add to the Linguini hate? So that criticism is obviously negative, but that doesn't change my right to perform my costume. I just have to perform it, knowing that some people are going to think that way about Linguini.
Did you guys hear about Onision, by the way? Not to fucking denigrate the wonderful...
Yeah, I heard about it. I chose to ignore it because he's garbage.
We won't bring it up. Onision's shit, and we shouldn't even talk about him.
Yep.
Every time I do it. But the important thing to note is nobody is trying to stop me from performing that act. They're just letting me know that it's a little bit offensive. And what I do with that information when I receive it will completely depend on how my ego digests negative audience feedback. It can be hard for creative people, especially comedians, to hear negative feedback about something they worked very, very hard on. Remember how I said in the 80s stand-ups were treated like rock stars? Yeah. Nobody said no to them. This is a new thing for a lot of those old school guys. And instead of digesting criticism...
What?
Having to kowtow to our cunty little fantasy world is a new thing for most of these older guys in comedy. They'll come around, though, if we just keep hounding and badgering them to conform their content to our sensibilities.
It's total bullshit. Like, are you aware that, like, Lenny Bruce went to fucking, like, jail for this shit? Like, there was opposition. There was stronger opposition at some points in history than there is fucking now, you dumb fucking cow. You don't know shit about the history of comedy. You're just talking out your ass. Andrew Dice Clay didn't get any shit for his act. Are you fucking shitting me?
He got banned from TV.
You're
he
a
got
fucking
banned
moron.
from MTV.
You don't even know what the fuck you're talking about, you dumb fucking bitch. I mean, goddamn. Like, if you're gonna fucking say this shit, at least do enough research to fucking figure out if you're even speaking truths. I'm not even talking about your opinions at this point. I'm talking about you just lying. Or just not even bothering to research.
Lying or ignorance.
Whichever it is, it's unforgivable. Especially since you're trying to put yourself out there as some sort of expert on this fucking subject matter.
But TJ, you know Linguini has been everybody's number 2 noodle since Spaghetti booked that Lady in the Tramp gig.
I'm leaving. Oh my God.
Shit, I'm out. Drunken Peasants, it's been real, but I quit. I'm taking that show on the road, Jay. I'm taking it on the road.
It's gold. Oh, it's gold. You got it, man. That Linguini joke is going to fucking kill. I don't even blame you for getting the fuck out of here.
This video's made me genuinely really fucking angry. I'm just sitting there like seething slightly.
It is is it not infuriating? Come on.
It is.
It's infuriating.
It's fucking horrible.
It's wretched.
In the way that a comedian is supposed
Let's
to.
watch
because
some
remember,
more.
your job is to make the audience laugh. They're kicking up a tantrum like a toddler in the Disney store who just found out that that singing Elsa doll that they've been coveting for months is completely sold out. And they just can't let it go.
Completely sold.
Oh, she really sang.
No, she's fucking singing!
Here we go.
Oh, let it go! Please don't sing Disney. So no, political correctness is not ruining comedy. It's actually making it a hell of a lot smarter. When you don't have exhausted old tropes and gimmicky,
Oh yeah,
shocking
it's a lot smarter now that you showed us the fucking array of pasta jokes that we can, you know, maybe Jim Gaffigan could make some pasta jokes funny, but you, nah.
And you know, Jim Gaffigan, he's like a straight comedian for the most part. You know, you don't get a lot of dirty shit and a lot of swearing from him.
No, not too much, no.
I would say he's like,
but that's his style though. It's not because someone told him like you can't say this or that. It's like he's using his own fucking artistic sensibility.
I think it's quite a skill when guys can do that.
Did the Linguini joke not go as well on the road as you thought?
He's already back.
The first club I hit threw actual Linguini at me.
The first club?
The second club was no better than that. I actually decided to maybe take it south to see if it was more of a southern humor thing, but they almost killed me down there.
Paul, do you have a time machine?
Yes.
Oh, I see.
I use the same one that Brett Keane uses.
Brett Keane has
to
one?
go back and revise history, yes.
Oh, shit.
It's a handy thing.
So now it's like, now that you've come back, it's like your comedy career never actually bombed.
Yeah, well,
You've
yeah.
reset the timeline.
Because I'm just going to rejoin you guys, if that's cool. Can I have my job back? This is awkward. I didn't even think about this part.
I mean, I don't know.
You were so sure that was going to take off.
I guess you could sit in for the rest of the night, man.
All right, cool. Thanks, guys.
Maybe if we get another fisting out of you.
All right.
Yeah, episode 300, I was thinking double fist. So I don't know.
All right. Well,
We'll talk about that after the show.
I'll start doing my
Fall
anal
back on.
Olympics.
You have to think of more creative ways to execute your primary directive as a comedian, which is to make the audience laugh. And as an added bonus, there could be more people to hear your material, because you're not chasing groups away with exclusionary comedy. About, for example, violence.
You know who you're chasing away with by embracing this PC shit? You're chasing away people who actually want to resonate with an honest fucking performance from a performer and not some censored, watered-down, hamstrung bullshit. Maybe I would rather attract an audience of people who actually care about my real opinions and what I actually have to say and the jokes I actually want to tell, rather than just people who won't be offended. I mean, I don't want a bunch of fucking sensitive little ninnies fucking listening to me. Fuck them. I don't care. They can go listen to something else. Go buy a fucking Sarah Silverman CD or some shit. I don't give a shit.
I try and especially it sort of dawned on me for I'd say like 6 months or so ago that, especially in making my content, I want to make content where I say things that I find funny, and if you are bothered by what I say or you're offended by what I say, you just fuck off. I mean, even if I lost hundreds of thousands of subscribers because they were offended by what I said, lately I've been taking the attitude where I want to fucking I don't want them around. If you're gonna be upset because I don't know, made a joke about self-harm or something, that was a recent issue with some people. Make a joke about self-harm or something, then you literally just fuck off. It's like a fucking, like I say, it's like a cancer of the internet at the moment. These people getting easily offended and this sort of progressive stance, and it just hopefully will die eventually. But at the moment, I feel it's like an increasing mindset, especially among millennials as well.
What's going to happen is eventually they're just going to go too far, and we're going to get behind concentration camps for the SJWs. I'm halfway
It sounds like
there.
a rational way of dealing with it, to be honest with you.
All right, we're bringing back Zyklon B. We didn't want to have to do this, but you leave us no choice. Mem!
Quick reminder, 2 of them have sold. There's a link in the description. It was broken. I realized it. I went ahead and redid all the links in the description while we were doing this video.
Mem.
So click the link. It's in the same store as the Dynor store. So
was Mem brought to us by Jim Ass?
Mem was brought to us by the Canadian Atheist.
I know, but I mean, did he sprinkle it in there somehow? Was it Jim's idea to make the shirt?
Well, Jim is in on some of the creative meetings, and
Oh, I'm not in on those yet.
No.
I'm just a rookie, just trying to do good.
So 2 of them have already sold. Check it out. Get one. Don't be a loser.
Yeah, we need more people with the Mem shirt, dude.
Mems.
Yeah,
it's Mem, dude.
It's pretty magical. I wanted to put the Canadian Atheist face on it, but I think he probably would have got pissed. So
yeah. Well, if this one doesn't sell
Just
enough, we'll try it anyway.
Put a kangaroo on it.
No, I don't know.
I'll draw a mustache on him, and we'll say it's a different character.
We'll come up with something different for that.
Lame.
Put a mustache on it.
All right. Do you want to move on?
Please, I don't want to look at this bitch anymore.
All right, this one.
Bet you wish she would self-harm.
This is Satan versus Jesus, worldwide bukkake blast looming.
Sweet. Seems to be parodying someone else.
Yeah.
But this is actually on Gail's channel, right?
This is, yes.
A Gabriel Chana Fox News reporter with a very important Church of Gail update. This is a video about top-secret Jesuit activities known as Project Money Shot.
And by the way, the thumbnail to this the thumbnail to this video is one of our thumbnails. Gail stole it.
Neat.
Yeah.
Or this guy did anyway.
I can't report this on Gabriel Chana Fox News at the moment because I am still trapped on Earth after the recent Nukaki attack. But this is absolutely vital information for the whole world as well as anyone living on the moon. Project Money Shot is a plan by
Project Money Shot.
You asked and they
Wait a minute.
delivered, TJ. You
Wait a
remember?
minute. Guys, is that fucking Repsian?
No, that's Robin. What What is it? Oh yeah, Robin Thicke.
Is that who that is?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. Zach. There's a picture that Gail says is Zach Knight, and it's actually a picture of Robin Thicke.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe they're one and the same.
They could be.
Zach Knight to replace the moon with a clone version of the moon made entirely out of Jesuit semen. Zach Knight calls it the Sea Moon.
The Sea
Now,
Moon.
the
The
Sea
Sea
Moon is
Moon.
going to be built with a cannon on top that can fire concentrated semen like a laser. It's going to be like a laser made entirely out of Jesuit bukkake.
Yeah, I heard that. Who is this person?
I don't know.
This was on
Is it a
Gail's
cha-
channel.
Has her channel been hacked or something? Or?
I have no idea.
No, this is probably one of her handlers.
I hope she makes
Yeah.
like a video like expounding on some of this.
Semen laser blast is going to be so powerful that it can destroy entire continents or even planets if needed to. It's going to be able to bukkake the whole Earth if it gets completed.
Yeah, see? There's the picture right there.
Got it.
I've obtained intelligence, which shows that Zach Knight's plan is to build the Sea Moon and then destroy the real moon as a test and a demonstration of his power. From there, he's going to hold the whole world hostage and force every government on Earth to declare Gail.
There it is. There's our thumbnail.
Oh wow, the Jesuits are getting serious. This is like.
Yeah, the
surprised Alex
Jesuits
Jones
are really
brings up on
ramping
this.
up operations right now.
I mean, blow up the moon and replace it with cum. That's a pretty fucking villainous plan.
Crazy and abandon conspiracy law. They will then need to declare Zach Knight.
And with this imaginative shit going on, they can't come up with a good James Bond premise. Here you go, Hollywood, right here. This is your
There's a
fucking
shit
movie.
Gail.
The Sea
Gail
Moon.
could write movies for sure. Like she writes some amazing shit. You know.
She does.
She also writes some really horrible shit too, though.
Emperor of the world and give him complete control.
He's humping the earth.
The only person who has a way to stop this is Kim Jong-un. Kim Jong-un and I were working on technology that should be able to prevent a worldwide bukkake blast and save Church of Gael. I can't go into details now because I don't know how much the Jesuits already know about this
Almost
technology.
Like, he's just on
And
the
if they-
verge of having a breakdown.
They don't. It needs to remain top secret. If there are any astronomers out there watching this, we need you to monitor the moon. We need to make sure that the moon stays the real moon and does not get replaced with Zach Knight's Sea Moon. If you notice anything...
You see Walt?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Keanu.
Who's the black guy?
I don't know.
Does anyone know who the black guy is?
Is it supposed to be Terrence Jenkins?
Maybe it is. I don't know.
I don't know.
Please contact Church of...
Go ahead.
So either a channel's been hacked, or this is like one of like the random people who delude a schizophrenic woman on the internet to further indulge
I think
in
it's
her.
I think it's the latter.
Is Keanu normally one of Gail's men?
It's Keanu.
Keanu.
Get it right, Paul.
Sorry.
Keanu.
Yes.
he is.
Wow.
Didn't you hear the story about him being devastated when his Gale sex robot broke? Because that happened.
I must have missed that one.
Yeah,
It was this
Keanu's
tragic story.
Gale's sex robot broke down and he didn't have nothing to fuck.
He was pissed.
It was sad.
Gail or Gabriel Chana Fox News immediately. We cannot let Zach Knight succeed or we're all going to drown in Jesuit semen.
Oh God, I can't.
Hold on.
My salvation, whom then shall I fear? Whom then shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. The Lord is the strength of my life. Of whom then shall I be afraid?
Okay, you're gonna stop, right?
No.
A host of men should rise.
All right, I'm gonna see if there's anything after the singing.
Can I just say that she is a better singer than that chick from the previous video who
Shall
did that verse?
put in his yea.
Oh Jesus.
The strength of my life. Says that we need your intervention. We need to find Kim Jong-un, who is somewhere in deep space, And you told Joseph, the Gabriel Chana Fox News reporter, that he is safe, but we don't know where he is. Lord, I know the Jesuits will try to discredit Joseph as a
Jesuit
troll reporter, faking as a legit reporter.
She knows. She knows.
Well, she already knows the counter arguments to her bullshit. That's clear.
He might have said, "Oh, they're just trying to discredit me by saying I'm a troll. I'm trying to laugh in the video, but I'm not." He could have just said that to her, you know.
I'm guessing this is someone new. The person doing this.
I reckon Terrence must have brought him in.
But I know from my past experience in dealing with Zach Knight and my men.
So
that
to
this is
Joseph,
very real.
the Fox News reporter, I'm not sure I like what you're doing, but if you're gonna do it, can you please steer Gale towards more like dick stuff?
Dicks.
Sincerely.
Seems like he already is a little bit.
Little bit.
Yeah.
I want to
Less
see.
less cat rape, though, please. Thanks.
Or more.
Oh yeah.
It's like deja vu. It's like a repeat of May 2012, when my men were in the space battle with the Jesuits and
Brent Spiner likes to hit
and
that
had
pussy.
to allow their own spaceship to explode and blow up, almost like a suicide blast. And they got out by the skin of their teeth, though we lost Jim Carrey. We almost
Oh my
lost
God, no!
him.
Jim Carrey's
The
dead.
Jesuits aren't worried if they kill my men, because they know they have Jesuit clones waiting on Earth. Oh my God. Lord, we are no match for Jesuit technology. I'm asking you to please help us. Help us to stop Project Money.
I like how this is a prayer. That's just hilarious.
I'm still crushed by the realization that National Treasure Jim Carrey has been dead all this time.
Yeah,
man. Jesuit clone.
How did I not hear that he died in a space battle?
Because he's a Jesuit clone now.
You should have known that Mr. Popper's Penguins was not him, you know. That was his Jesuit clone, man. Real Jim
Can I ask-
Carrey died in the 90s.
Where does she pray if she has Jesus like directly on Skype? Can't she just like sort of message it over to him and just be like, yeah, just pass it on, you know? She does have Jesus on Skype, right? I didn't imagine that bit.
She does. She has Jesus on Skype. He sounds awfully like Terrence Jenkins.
Yes.
Trying to do a slightly different voice, but failing.
Slightly different, like...
And it also sounds like Zach Knight,
yeah,
curiously.
Terrence Jenkins has, like, an African-American accent.
Can we clear up sort of like some Gale history here? But is there? I don't know if I imagine this or not. But is there a video of her like in a coffee shop talking to Terrence Jenkins in person, and he's filming her? Did I imagine that? I don't know if I saw that somewhere.
I don't know.
I might have, because I do watch her channel. I'm a big fan.
I think I did see that once.
Maybe. I'm not sure.
Shot. Help us to defeat the Jesuits.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
So that we can live in peace and freedom. I want you to undergird Donald Trump right now, who is our acting United States president. And I thank you for him. And Lord, as you know, I've written new laws to try to stop the Jesuits from putting in a Jesuit president in the United States. I am the United States Empress, but if the Jesuits can get a Jesuit president...
I am the United States Empress. This is coming from my one-bedroom apartment.
Yeah, because she has shit digs for an empress. She needs to get much better place. Yeah.
You should see the rest of it, though.
Yeah, this is just one room.
Those walls that you think are just, some, white drywall, that's actually ivory.
I bet there's a pool outside.
Yeah, no, she actually maintains this room on her estate so as to appear humble to her followers. But really, outside that door is the most resplendent thing you've ever seen in your life.
You're gonna be humble.
in there, then
I'm glad I have Gale
they
to
can use
inform us about what's really happening. I mean, I thought Ted Cruz, much as he is a crazy fucking prick, had won the Iowa thing, but it turns out it was Donald Trump all along, and the Jesuits just modified it so the rest of us didn't have a fucking clue. This is an important channel for everyone to follow, Gale's channel. I mean, it's cutting edge stuff.
It's true.
If you want to know the real truth about what's going on, Gale Cord Schuler.
She thinks we're Jesuits, though, unfortunately.
Well, we are. I mean, we're not Jesuits, but we're aligned with the Jesuits.
I'm not aligned with the Jesuits.
I mean, well, you are by contract. The Drunken Peasants, of course, we're partially funded by the Jesuits, and, we accept directives from the Jesuits on occasion, but they've accepted directives from us too. I mean, we look out for each other's interests.
I didn't know about any of this. I'm a new guy.
Oh, it doesn't
That
matter. You're
person
just,
should
you're
try
just
to
our bitch. It doesn't matter.
block me as I try to enforce my conspiracy law.
Yeah.
Lord, I wrote conspiracy
Gail, your conspiracy
law
law is bullshit,
to-
all right? By the way, Gail, I don't know if you know this, but your law is not being enforced. Like, I could go to the street corner right now and say, I'm a Jesuit, and no police officer, no one is going to enforce your laws against me. So you're not the Empress of America. If you're an empress, you're a deposed empress, or a symbolic empress at best. No one is enforcing your conspiracy law, Gail. You could go watch for yourself. Go try to violate it yourself, and you'll see. No one is enforcing it. No one cares about it. The people want the Jesuits. They like the order that the Jesuits bring to this planet. And what you call a hostage situation with this Bukkake blaster, we just, what we're really trying to do is we're trying to bring the world together. All these nations of the earth always fighting, always warring. What did Thomas Hobbes prescribe for that situation? A Leviathan. And that's exactly what the Bukkake blaster is. It's the Leviathan that's going to keep the world in check. Because once people know that the Jesuits are at the top of the social hierarchy and all the nations of the earth are under the control of the Jesuits, then finally there can be peace. Finally we can put an end to all these needless conflicts in which, thousands or millions of people die every year. So really, I think that when you try to stand in the way of the Jesuit Drunken Peasants Alliance, you're really doing a great disservice to this world. I know you fancy yourself some kind of hero, but that's because you're delusional. All right? The Jesuits are the true heroes. The Drunken Peasants are the true heroes.
to destroy the Jesuit order, not because we hate individual Jesuits, but because what the order stands for is murder in concentration camps, like they sponsored Adolf Hitler and all of the horrible, ruthless dictators in the past.
We didn't sponsor
Hitler wasn't killing Jews all the time. He had some good times, just like John Wayne Gacy, so I think he's being a bit harsh.
The Hitler thing, that people misremember what really happened with the Hitler thing. Let's be real here. Hitler was not trying to kill the Jews, all right? That's a common misconception. Maybe a few Jews here and there were killed, but for the most part, there's plenty. There's no shortage of Jews. They run the world to this day, as you've seen. Mel Gibson will tell you all about it. So there's
hey, well, hold on, TJ. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry to interrupt you. But Minx, why are you fucking laughing? Are you laughing? Hold on. Sorry. Are you laughing about? I don't even want to think that you're laughing at Mel.
I'm sorry. I was laughing. I was laughing at how
Mel speaks the truth about the Jew menace. Okay.
There's a whole country of them, isn't there? Disgraceful.
Well, it's called Hollywood. Okay.
No, it's called New York and New Jersey, and parts of Florida.
That's just a colony.
There's about the same amount of Jews living in the U.S. as there are in Israel. It's almost equal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is basically a Jewish country itself.
No, not really. Our population's huge, and we're a way bigger
The Jews
country.
run this motherfucker.
No.
If that Bernie Sanders cretin gets in office, we're going to have a weaselly little Jew as our president.
We have large conconcentrations of Jews in
large concentration camps? I wasn't aware we built those.
Bernie Sanders, or is it Bernie Steingold?
Mm-hmm.
Steingold.
He's going to feel the burn in those
Hitler.
ovens when Hitler comes back.
Lenin, they were all Jesuit puppets. But all this history has been covered
Hitler
up.
too.
And Lord, I'm trying to get the truth
reckoning.
out. I'm just asking you to help my men. Help Joseph, the brave Gabriel Chana, Fox News reporter.
Sorry.
And help me each day to follow you and do your will. Lord, I want you to, as you know, Church of Gale, Zach Knight hit Church of Gale with a new cocky, and you put a shield around Church of Gale, so as far as I know, there were no casualties.
Shields up, red alert.
If God is on Gale's side and he's interfering to the point where he's putting shields up and shit, couldn't God just be like, all right, all the Jesuits are dead.
No.
God works in mysterious ways, TJ.
I forgot about that. The mysterious ways thing. You're right.
We can't presume with our tiny little logically limited minds to understand the fathoms of his intrigues.
But the transporter technology is out, and I'm not even sure my emails are making it to my men.
I like how they have transporter technology, but they use email.
Yeah. Like my Skype messages just aren't being received.
Yeah. Yeah, they use Skype. They don't use, subspace communication.
This kind of goes back to my theory that Gail's, the people that were fucking with Gail have like lost interest and moved on. The first piece of evidence was that she stopped talking about penises all the time, and my second piece of evidence is that now she's saying like, I'm not sure my emails are getting to my men. So is she even hearing from him at this point?
Yeah, maybe Terrance got bored and has moved on to tormenting another person on the internet.
Maybe someone found out who he was. You never know.
Yeah, I have heard that Gail's men very often have to kind of go dark for a while because the Jesuits kind of get the bloodhounds on them and they've got to move.
It's a calamity of just unknown proportions. Lord, if they can turn the moon into a sea moon, like Jesuit wants, like Jesuit Zach Knight, the Antichrist wants to do, and blast out Earth with that laser that they plan to use, and force everybody to follow Zach Knight, it would be the worst tragedy in all of human history. Lord Jesus, I know this is not your will. I'm asking you to help us. Please help us to defeat the Jesuit order. And I'm going to praise you in advance, Lord, for everything that's happening. I believe in Romans 8:28. So
I would love for this to be made into a film.
Me too.
Like the mixture of sci-fi and Christianity and fucking pornography, all of that together is just epic. I don't know.
Yeah, dude. Can you imagine that? And the end of the movie just has to be like a big tidal wave of cum. And some uptight fucking Christian community fucking church lady comes out of the church and she's like, oh my Lord, the wave fucking
the first load hits her right in the face.
Yeah.
Holy
shit. Or maybe
and then the load
the blast comes from the sky like right at her and her body's just obliterated, like blood everywhere, blood and cum.
That's just the first load in the billions of loads that'll fall over the course of this movie. Just loads of flaming Jesuit semen crashing around everybody.
And Donald Trump, the acting president, is trying to come up with some way to contain the semen.
Build a wall.
We're gonna build a shield.
Yeah, he gets the Mexicans to build a wall around the cum to keep it from, It's gonna be great.
Final shot of the movie should be like Gail standing on a hill with Brent Spiner, and the tides are getting higher, but then she moves her hand and it parts like the Red Sea. And she just walks through into the sunset. That'd be beautiful. You say, I don't know.
And they're both naked, and Brent Spiner's 15.5-inch penis is dangling there.
There's a cat washed on the end of it.
Yeah, the fucking spot is just dangling fucking from the end, dead.
And the Oscar goes to.
And the Oscar goes to.
Yeah. The Oscar.
Matthew McConaughey as Terrance Jenkins.
No, Matthew McConaughey as himself.
No, Keanu Reeves is going to play Matthew McConaughey in the movie.
Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey is going to play Terrance Jenkins.
Blackface is going to play Terrance Jenkins.
In blackface, yes.
All right.
This is going to be quite a motion picture. By the way, if you guys will give us $50 million or so, we'll make this movie.
$50 million?
Yeah.
I doubt
I'll
we
do it
would
for $1
need
million.
that much. Yeah.
Make that a Patreon
You could
goal.
more easily do $1 million.
I don't think we could make this movie properly for $1 million.
You don't
This
think
is
so?
not an endiable movie. We can't just cut
you would
corners
want
and
you want spaceship
I don't
battles.
mean it doesn't have to be top tier special effects, but we need to at least do it decent enough.
No, it has to be top tier.
Like Star
Well, then we need
Wars
$250 million or something. Then we need to get a major studio behind this. Someone pitch this to Disney. If you guys are fans and you guys want to see this movie, start tweeting at movie studios, letting them know that someone needs to option this. And that I'm available to direct it. I'm willing to make my
what's it gonna be
debut. It's going to be called
Gabrielle Chana, Ballad of the Sea Moon.
Yeah, I was just gonna call it Sea Moon.
It would have to be NC-17.
Sea Moon.
I was thinking maybe there may be some kind of subtitle like Sea Moon, Rise of the Jesuit Order or something.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. It's definitely got to be at least a trilogy.
Oh yeah, because this is gonna be a great film trilogy to rival Star Wars and Lord of the Rings.
Yep.
It doesn't need to be NC-17, by the way, Ben, because this is the truth. This is factual. Factual things can get, even if they're horrible, they can get a lesser rating. That's the pitch.
Because people need to know the true story about what happened.
The
on that fateful day.
bestiality rape.
Yeah, well, when
it's
Bubba
factual.
raped Matthew McConaughey, yeah, and forced him to lick his butthole.
Allegedly.
All right. Next video, someone has written a book, an erotic novel about Anita Sarkeesian.
Hot.
You'll laugh when you see who it is, but it's called The Seduction of Anita Sarkeesian.
Nice.
It's not Gail, is it?
Nope, it's not Gail, but it is someone that we've played on the show before.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, man.
I have a crush on this babe. Many of you are familiar with her. The babe is named Anita Sarkeesian. So I decided I would try to seduce her, or at least that's how the story goes.
Oh my God! I hope Anita Sarkeesian sees this video. She's gonna get so creeped out. I mean
I'm even creeped out on her behalf, and I hate her.
Yeah, I don't like it as Sarkeesian, but like this is just generally disturbing.
Yeah, imagine if it would have been him that ran into her at the board game place instead of me.
He'd have reached out her hand to shake it, and she'd be like, "What's on your hand?" He's like, "Oh, sorry."
Hi, Anita. Can I see your china?
I wrote a book about it, a novella. The book is called simply The Seduction of Anita Sarkeesian.
Oh, Jesus.
Do I succeed in seducing Anita away from her feminist views, or do I fail?
It's available on Amazon
Please.
right now, by the way. I just looked it up.
Are you serious?
No, it came out on the 1st of February. A babe named Anita Sarkeesian crusades to purify video games, but she discovers a maverick named Frelson, who's also discovering her. Frelson thinks she is hot and stylish. Frelson challenges Anita's worldview in ways she never imagined. He entices her, yet she feels conflicted. Will Frelson succeed in his quest to seduce Anita and to transform her into a maverick? Read this erotic romance novella to find out. It's 106 pages, and it's available for, in pounds, £1.40. You can even get a paperback edition as well, for £4.90.
It's like 99 cents.
That is going to be a masterpiece of literature.
I'm gonna buy it when I get home.
You said £1.40?
£1.40.
Yeah, that's not 99 cents. That's like $3.
Oh, really?
Yeah, their
I thought
money's worth more than ours.
Oh, dude, whatever. I'm fucking stoned. I was thinking the opposite direction. I thought they had us or we had them at this huge American disadvantage. I don't know what the fuck.
No, I like
was
going to
going.
America because it's much cheaper there. My money goes way further. It's $6.99 in dollars as an actual a hard copy, and that's it. You can only get the hard copy. It's not available on Kindle in America, I'm afraid, guys.
Is there
what?
Does it say if there's anal?
There's no reviews as of yet to further go into detail. There might be a preview page. Look inside.
Look inside. See if there's a preview.
There
Check
is.
it
Do you want me
out.
to read? Do you want me to read one of the self-page?
Read some of
Hi.
this shit.
Hi, my name is Anita Sarkeesian, the #1 feminist anti-gaming critic in the world today. Why am I writing this work? After all, it takes effort to do this, but the world needs this and the world needs me, so that's why. Think about it. I'm a feminist, so I got to always conduct myself in a feminist manner, but nobody can be feminist 100% of the time, not even me. So I write this work to share some of my secret thoughts. I guarantee they will be juicy. Only special people to get the inside view, and you just happen to be one of them. You get to hear my darkest and lightest thoughts. In fact, you'll learn everything about me. Even things not mentioned on YouTube or Wikipedia. Certainly not things I make known to every Tom, Dick, and Harry. Wait, that is a sexist phrase, so I'll start over. Certainly not things I make known to every Barb, Sheila, and Leela. I love
God.
feminism. I live for feminism. I live to critique video games from a feminist perspective. Get ready for my private thoughts. I'm going to see if there's anything adult as we go down here. Okay, this is. Okay.
Oh God.
Yes, I masturbate. I'm a sexual being after all. In fact, I masturbate a lot. Andrea Dworkin may not like this, but she will never know because she is in feminist heaven. Just because I hate the patriarchy doesn't mean I don't masturbate. What would I do without masturbation? Self-pleasure is good. Feminist theories don't write about masturbation enough. Feminist theories don't masturbate enough. I'm going to change that, even if I have to keep this private. Don't objectify my masturbation.
Wow.
I hate patriarchy, but I love masturbation.
Oh wow! Somebody has to let Anita. This is going on.
Yeah.
No, this is going on immediately.
The screenshot that I put up for everyone to take, you could make a meme out of this, and you could tweet it to Anita.
Hey Ben, quit forcing the meme, dude.
Well, make a meme out of it with a quote from the book, something
Not your
about the
private
masturbating
army.
or something.
Drunken Peasants fans, not your private army.
Yes, they
Ben.
are. Shut up. Fucking tool.
Yeah. TJ was like, "This is a great idea."
It is a great idea,
mem.
Dude, I'm at a loss for words.
I think it's great.
I don't even know what to say.
It's actually made my evening.
Let's wrap this one up. Let's see if he says anything else interesting.
Purchase this erotic novella to find out. I am posting the links below. It is in ebook and print book formats. Print book is $6.99. Ebook is $1.99. Just think, you could get some French fries for $1.99 and they would be gone within a few moments. Or you could get this ebook and it could last a lifetime. It could thrill.
Yeah, you've been revisiting that in your elderly years and shit. Sitting there in your hospital bed. You know what I could read again? The Seduction of Anita Sarkeesian. That's
man.
a fucking masterpiece up there with A Tale of Two Cities.
I'll never forget how much my life changed the first time I read The Seduction of Anita Sarkeesian.
Great.
I'll be like 90, sitting on a porch, smoking like an old fucking filterless cigarette. Well, let me tell you about this time. My life changed.
This guy used to make creepy videos about Jacqueline Glenn too, so maybe he'll write. Maybe his next book will be about that.
Maybe there's a sex scene with Jacqueline Glenn and Anita Sarkeesian in this book.
Just the two of them.
I'm looking through his book. He's written a lot of books, like 12 pages of books here. Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Are you shitting me?
And how many pages
A lot of them.
are his
A lot of them
books?
are about autism, actually.
And the link is confirmed.
Yep.
Ways in one.
Hang on. I've got it. This is relevant here. This book is called "Let's Use Free Speech to Praise a Certain WWE Diva," and I guess he's I guess he likes to like. Oh my God! It's full of poems. Oh my God.
What?
I'm sorry. I'll stop now. He's written a book of short poems to praise a certain WWE diva. Although
And who is
I can't actually see who it is. It just keeps going, "My WWE diva babe" and things like that in the poems, rather than specifically naming someone.
Interesting.
Neat.
It's like he's getting more confident as time goes on. Now he's just like coming out with the names of his obsessions.
In a few months' time,
I
he'll
think
be
next he's
going to
need to touch them.
It's crazy.
He's going to need to feel their skin.
He wrote this
against
book.
his skin.
He could have just made the main character, a fictional character, but he decided to make it himself.
Why would he want to make it a fictional character? It's about him and Anita. And how he compels her.
Yeah.
With his autistic charms.
I mean, like I say, I don't like Anita Sarkeesian whatsoever, but this guy is really fucking weird.
And you can find out whether I succeed at seducing the babe Anita Sarkeesian. Good afternoon.
Wow. Good afternoon.
Well,
what a strange ending.
What a way to end that. What a way to float that one.
Good afternoon.
Well, at least he's polite.
He is polite.
I don't know how to feel about this.
I feel
Isn't a
that's
good
like
afternoon
a
usually
more
a
legitimate
greeting
threat to
anyway?
Anita than any of the bomb hoaxes or anything like that she's like used again. I'd be using this and be like, they're trying to rape me.
Here's proof.
Everyone, if you like the show, please hit the like button.
Or don't. We don't give a shit.
It helps.
Actually, we do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Please do that.
Like that shit.
Like it.
Thumbs it.
All right, next one. It's that Pastor David Manning guy. He always talks about Obama. He hates Obama a lot.
Yeah, all right. Let's take a look.
Yeah.
But I see this, as many of the elders have discussed, as just more of an opportunity for us to get more press and to get more coverage to explain our position and as to who we are. Right now, the articles are jumping all over the place. I've gotten calls from everybody about this, the news organization. In fact, I share this with you, to all the sodomites that think that you're going to purchase this church in a foreclosure sale. Let me tell you something. Before you can ever own the Lord's house, because that's what this is.
That's right.
This is the Lord's house.
That's right.
Hold on.
Oh yeah, this guy. So this guy is the pastor of the church that's up for auction right now.
Right, and some gay people want to buy it, I think.
Yeah, and
he's pissed. That's hilarious.
That's great.
I hope it happens.
Me too.
He's fucked up. It's funny. It sounds like there's like a congregation there. They're like, yeah.
This ain't no damn bathhouse.
That's right.
This ain't no fag house. Yeah. This is the Lord's house.
Amen.
And before you can ever own this property, hook or crook, to own this property, you will be men who are fags with testicles will be carrying babies in their testicles and giving birth to them through their anus. That's how.
Okay, all right, hold on, wait. I gotta stick with this one. Okay, if I forget this, okay, men are going to be carrying babies in their testicles. And they are going to birth them through the anus.
Is there even a pathway from the testicles?
No,
gonna be.
Soon.
But how big would your fucking balls have to be?
About the size of mine, at least.
You know, a 9-month
watermelon size
passing from your balls through your anus.
Yeah, I mean, you know, this happens.
You thought TJ's fist was big.
Can you imagine birthing a baby through your ass, Paul? That's what the future's going to be if you let these fags buy this church.
I mean, I guess I'm more prepared than most men now to birth a baby out my ass.
There you go. Looking on the bright side.
Possible it is for you to get this house.
That's right.
When you start carrying a baby in your bags and birthing that baby through your ass, then you can own this house. Until I see you pull a baby out your ass, you ain't gonna pull.
Who is this person?
Tell him, Pastor.
As this guy is crazily raving about babies and ball sacks being birthed through asses, there's this woman just very dispassionately too, like,
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
Tell him, Pastor. Is this like someone he hired to do this?
That's actually kind of like a black church thing.
I know, but usually,
like a congregation.
No. Like a lot of times when the pastor's just preaching, there will be like that lady sitting front and center that just goes,
yeah, but I understand that. But it's usually
This is a YouTube video.
But it's usually like passionate though, like yep,
and it's usually
you tell him.
And it's usually a
It's
group.
not usually like you're right.
It's not just one person.
That's true.
Yeah.
We need a person to just come in here and stand over there off camera and just be like, "That's right, yeah, preach on, drunken peasants."
Maybe if this full-time gig doesn't work out, you know, like I could stay on as your official yes man.
You'll have to live in a box.
No, that's cool. I don't need much. Trust me.
For minimum wage
all
plus
your
tips.
job is to not have any original thoughts or opinions. Just be like, "You right."
That's already my job.
Truth.
Wait, isn't that what I'm doing now?
Yep. But you're gonna just do it. You're gonna be even more brazen with it.
Okay,
though.
cool.
We're getting rid of all the subtlety.
Got it. It's just gonna be like what? Go ahead, just say something about this guy. Let me practice.
I want you to wear a parrot suit and sit on TJ's shoulder.
Yeah.
All this church
that was
out
funny,
underneath
TJ.
us, and boom shakalaka goes right there, and all you fags can go to hell.
Oh.
I'm James David Manning, everybody. I'm the Lord's servant.
He's got style. You got to give him that. Until you pull a baby out of your ass, this building ain't gonna get touched by no faggot.
Amen.
Huh. Well, that's an actual thing that exists in America.
Yep.
So you can go and buy this church at auction, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
That was the gist of this one, yeah.
We're thinking about buying it and turning it into the new Drunken Peasant studio. / sodomy factory.
Yeah, sodomy. Yeah, we'll have a sodomy room where people can go and
anybody can go. And commit sodomy there anytime.
Yeah. Sounds like a good time for everyone.
Yeah, if you like sodomy.
Francis Chan rope illustration.
Okay.
This could go literally
The world's
anywhere.
going to keep making you look at your past, and we got to keep looking at the future. You look at your past, you're going to get depressed, and you're going to get stuck in your past. You look to your future.
It's for you,
go,
Paul.
Man, what is that moment going to be like? See,
He's
my
grabbing a pair of
actions,
tits
a
in
lot
front
of
of him.
things I
Ooh,
do
yeah.
is because I'm thinking about my future, and I'm thinking about that moment when I see Jesus, because I realize that everything I do is going to bring either reward or regret. It really is. I've got an extra $1,000. Okay, on that day, that future, when I see Jesus, what is going to bring reward and what's going to bring regret?
Soup kitchen, brother.
I could buy a lot of fun things for myself with that $1,000, but on that day, Paul's saying, I'm just looking at that day, going on that day, maybe I just give it to the poor, because on that day, I'll be rewarded for it, versus, we've all bought things.
How can people sit and listen to this and enjoy it? I mean, he's all over the place.
It's sad because they kind of leech off of actual scientific principle and psychological principle, and then they just plug God into it as if it just was always there.
I think he's about to jump rope, because this was sent to me a bunch of times, and I'm like, fine.
All right, let's take
You regret, right? You go, oh, that was a waste of money. That's a waste of money. That's a waste of money. Think about what we're going to say at the end. When we stand before God, are you going to regret the car you drove, regret the house you lived in, regret the clothes you wore, regret, just everything? What are you going to regret? How about your time and how you spent it? Are you going to go, oh, I'm so glad I watched 7,000 movies?
Yes.
Or are you going to regret, wow, I wasted all of that time down? It's about the future. Paul's going, man, what am I to look
The
forward to?
fundamental assumption here is that just doing things like watching movies is a waste of time.
Playing video games, according to that one douchebag.
What isn't a waste of time, though, according to this guy, is
whispering into your hands to an invisible man in the sky. Now that's a worthwhile endeavor.
Or even better, plastering your pasty ass in a seat and paying me $20 so I can give you a Christian pep talk.
Remember that retarded Canadian podcast they were arguing with TJ about how video games were a waste of time?
Yeah, they were morons.
Yeah, total waste of time for Minx, right?
Yeah, definitely has never made me a dime in my life.
At the end, I'm going to bring an illustration that this is like the first illustration I did. It was 20 years ago, but I can't think of a better way to explain
illustration. That's a waste of time.
I actually didn't use a rope back then. I used remember computer paper when it was all stuck together and it had the holes on the side that you had to peel off.
Yeah.
Remember that? I remember getting a roll, and some of you guys have no idea what I'm talking about, which is crazy to me. But because that was the best, and it never worked right because of the rolling things. But I remember being a youth pastor, and I put that computer paper all the way around the room.
That is rich.
But I'm going to use a rope now because I can't find that computer paper.
Practice yourself live.
Imagine.
He's gonna start fucking. He's like a lasso guy.
Please tell me he's gonna hang himself with this.
This rope. Okay, pretend this rope just goes on forever.
No.
Okay?
I don't want to.
Just imagination. Pretend it goes around the world a few times.
Imagination's a waste of time.
But let's just imagine this thing goes on forever.
Waste of time.
Now imagine that this rope is a timeline of your existence.
Gotcha.
You just exist forever.
Right?
Okay.
You see this red part?
What is that?
This would represent your time on Earth.
Oh.
You've got a few short
Looks like somebody's
years
used the
here
end of
on
that rope
Earth,
as a tampon.
Yeah.
and then you've got all of eternity somewhere else. This is your existence. And what blows me away is some of you, all you think about is this red part.
What?
Fucking think about. You're consumed with this. You go, oh man.
You're only concerned with the red part that we actually know exists.
Yeah.
And not this rest of this bullshit that I'm only having to tell you is there. Yeah, pretend the rope goes on forever is right. That's exactly what you do. You pretend the rope goes on forever.
I know, it's a perfect object lesson. Let's pretend. You have to begin your fucking philosophy with let's pretend. You may want to examine your position.
Moron.
And I can't wait till here. You know, I'm going to work hard. I'm going to save so I can really enjoy this part right here.
How absurd.
Most people are
Consumed with
idiots. Most people who enjoy life, they're fucking morons.
People try to enjoy this life when you got. Listen, what you really need to worry about is the eternity that's coming after this life. You know, we can't prove it's going to happen, but it is because we just have faith. And, you know, if you worry about this red shit, you know, if you worry about the tampon part of the rope, you're going to miss the good, clean, white part of the rope because you're going to be sent to the permanent tampon part of the rope.
TJ, you can prove it's going to happen. God said so in the Bible, and that was written by God, so it's true.
Ooh, yeah, good point.
It's like we're all so focused on the tampon that we can't see the infinite pussy that it resides in.
Ah, very wise words from Paul. Confucius say,
"Pussy,
the infinite pussy."
And you're thinking, oh man, am I going to get to travel? Am I going to eat well? Am I going to do this during this part? And I'm like, are you kidding me? About this?
Let's pretend. Hey, since we're playing pretend, let's pretend that rope is only about 3 inches long and the red part's all there is.
Yeah.
Does your perspective on the value of filling your life with exciting and memorable and good things change a little bit when you find out that the rest of that rope is just a big dumb fucking lie?
Maybe just a little. But probably not, because I know that the rest of the rope is a lie, and I still waste my time watching Star Trek and smoking weed.
What about all this stuff? It's crazy to me, because the Bible teaches that what I do during this little red part determines how I'm going to exist for millions and millions and millions of years forever. And so why would I spend this little red part trying to make myself as comfortable as possible, enjoying myself as much as I can? Paul says, look, I'm going to live my life for this mission. I'm going to spend my life, invest my life for this moment when I cross that finish line.
You did.
See, I'm going to forget about all
boy, because I ain't said shit.
I think you did.
All this stuff I could enjoy, and I'm not going to look around. I'm going to be like a runner, just looking at that moment when I face God, because when I face Him, then I don't get this chance over again. We get one chance at this life on earth.
One chance to
and it
plug
can end
that
at
pussy
any
and absorb
second
as
for
much
any of us.
menstrual blood as you
All right,
can.
we get the point.
Yeah, it sucks.
Garbage.
And, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much all we have.
RPG motherfucking minx person.
Yeah.
You want to fucking... We're towards the end of the show. Is there anything you want to say before we head off the air?
Thank you very much for having me along. It's been the third time I think now I've been on, and it's been great.
It was nice meeting
really
you, by
enjoyed
the
the show.
way.
It was nice to meet you too, Paul.
Stop by.
I've been a distant fan for a while.
All right.
I've liked listening to you on the show as well, Paul. So it's nice to meet you.
Chemistry. You guys?
Fuck yeah, motherfucking chemistry up in this bitch. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching. Give us a thumbs up. Let us know what you think in the comments section. And subscribe to this channel. Share this video with your friends. Do all the stuff that helps us propagate our bullshit. And be sure to force the mem and buy our shirt.
Force that mem. I love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Peace, y'all.
Bye.